What's going on, Flesh and Blood players? It's Zach, Whack, the dummy that plays Flesh and Blood, whatever you want to call me. I don't really care. I've managed to lose my voice again, but we are feeling better. And we're going to play some more Flesh and Blood. We do have Taylor, who's going to be joining us probably here in a few minutes. And I think Bryce, one of the new members from Team On Hit, is playing some Kano, so we may watch some of his games as well and kind of look at that. I hope everybody is super excited about the new ProQuest season. I know I definitely am. Looking to grind quite a few games with you guys before we get there, and hopefully win a ProQuest invite. I mean, it's gonna be slim pickings, and it's pretty rough around here. I think the majority of times our locals is pretty strong, so it's not going to be any really easy places to win. Let's see if we can get the stream ready. Yes. Perfect. So I probably will be playing Azuri tonight. Just been enjoying playing the hero quite a bit, and looking forward to play some more games with it. But I am going to join into a channel with Taylor and them, and our hopes is to continue the conversation that we kind of ended with last time about tempo. As you can see from the title, does it exist? Some people say so. Some people want to break it down into different aspects of something that's called momentum, including this guy right here. But maybe that's just because I'm a physicist, but who knows? The bigger thing here is that we want to talk about it a little bit and see what people think about. See if you have any questions, bring those to our attention, go from there, and then we're going to jump into some games and play some Missouri. So without further ado, we'll jump into the channel and talk to battle-hardened winner Taylor. And I gotta throw that out, make him feel important. All right, I'm back.
Everything feels pretty winnable.
Rice feels winnable.
I mean, Kano won the Australian Nationals. I don't know how no one talks about that. Yeah.
Wait, did he really?
Well,
Yeah.
Kano won the Australian Nationals. Kano won Poland Nationals. Kano won in the Philippines. Kano won another one.
Yeah,
Germany?
Kano was the pick.
Interesting.
Apparently, yeah, I mean, well, the thing about Kano is that, like, if you draw well, you just beat every deck in the game.
Yeah,
isn't that your logic for every deck though, Taylor? Just draw well and you win?
No. Have you ever... Well, like, if you play Uzuri and you draw well, you still lose.
Yeah. But you still only get to do one thing. Like, you're like, oh, cool. Maybe I get to do two. I get to swing Spider's Bite now as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, the new style of hero that, like, FAB is going towards is, like, a more, like, a lower ceiling decks. I think Lexi, Kano, and Icelander are probably the last, like, really broken heroes left. Like truly just busted.
Oh, and then once they get out, then it's gonna
Fucking be a fucking
even out.
snooze fest.
You're crazy. I'm gonna get to play Reinar again.
Yeah. So, a note about Reinar. My daughter's been trying to learn how to play Flesh and Blood. And so she came to me yesterday and was like, hey, Dad, you want to play a game of Blitz? And I was like, yeah, sure. So she hands me a Dromai deck, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll play Dromai. She doesn't tell me who she's playing, and then she reveals Reinar, and then I get absolutely just decimated.
Just never had a chance.
Just never had a chance. Couldn't do anything. Like, first off, it's the like Blitz Precon Dromai deck. So like, there's like one dragon, and everything else is just like Empire, the Embermaul Sinpees or whatever. I was like, this is terrible. Yeah, it was horrible.
I'm gonna play your Dromai deck that you put in this chat. I'm gonna get a couple games on that.
Yeah. As soon as I said anything to Drew about cutting Ghostly Touch, man, I got some mean DMs from him.
You got DMs from him?
Yeah, dude.
Mean
like,
DMs.
Hey, I didn't know you were this stupid. I was like, thanks, Drew.
Appreciate you, man.
Now you get to know how I feel every time I say something into Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
I was DMing Justin about Kano stuff because I was asking him questions, and I was like, send me your deck, one of your deck. And he sent me the jankiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
What are you talking about? Stir the Aether Wind with 9 spindles? That's spicy.
with 9 spindles and mind warp,
Okay, Mind Warp's fucking sick. Fuck you.
and then I want to play it. I want to play it.
That card is so cool that you can just randomly do that. Oh, you have no AB? Okay, fucking... You have no cards in hand.
You have no cards.
Okay,
Well,
Zach, I'm going to your stream now to watch you play.
Hey, so all I gotta say is there's a reason why I love Kevin, and it's because he immediately just came on and said tempo is real. So suck
Tempo's
that,
not
Taylor.
real.
Suck it, Taylor. It's 3 people against your 1.
Okay, hold on. Let me know how your gold foils feel.
Oh, you know what?
Ow.
Let me know how your gold foils feel in your hand.
Hold on. Let me go grab them.
So-
Them.
Them?
Them.
Yeah, only because we taught you about tempo. That's the only reason why.
I
So-
still don't know what to do with this Vambrance. I just have it sitting here. I'm just like, man, you'll be good one day, right?
Kevin says that his $950 feels pretty good in his hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was Vexing Quellion, yeah.
So so all right, Taylor, if you don't think tempo exists,
Yeah, I
then what do you think is going on in the game of Flesh and Blood?
It is a game of momentum. I think that whenever you sit down in the majority of games, there is an aggressor and then there is a defensive side to the game, and that is the decider between momentum. I don't believe in tempo because tempo, it's harder to quantify tempo. For me though, it's you have the aggressor and you have the defensive deck, and you have an aggro mirror. You usually have both aggressors until the Kevin. I don't believe in tempo. I don't believe the idea of tempo. I think that's how you make misplays, is you start thinking about how to tempo back to your opponent.
So I mean,
Like, I don't believe. I believe in momentum. I like there is a strong difference between tempo versus like momentum.
yeah, so momentum is like would be like a game of tug of war. Like you're constantly pulling back and forth. That would be kind of momentum. But then the thing is that you have to generate enough force to be able to pull something, and then that's what we're saying, I think, is what's described as tempo. Is that you make a tempo play which gives you that advantage to pull on the rope to generate some momentum.
I know that me and Smitty share very similar ideas of the game.
Yeah, so Smitty thinks the tempo, which we had that whole conversation last time on the stream, but Smitty thinks tempo exists like once you get down to low enough life totals, and I think it's easier to notice the tempo exists there, because now you're actually having to take into account of like, oh, if I take 3 damage, I die. But I do think that with that same mindset, we can look over the whole entire course of the game and realize that sacrificing life is a tempo swing. So like tempo can be broken into a couple of different things. And I don't think it necessarily matters as much about like playing the game. I do agree. I think that like some people get way too heavy involved of like, man, I should find the best tempo play. But I think what is correct is finding the most, and we kind of talked about this last night, is finding the highest value play, but then also the highest like return value play. So like if I can get 13 on this turn, but then on my next turn it implies that I get 3 more, then that's a better play that I'm generating tempo because I'm getting 3 more turn for my next turn.
I think that's not the way I look at Flesh and Blood at all.
It's understandable.
Whenever I play Flesh and Blood, I look at my 4-card hand, and I go, if I need 3 cards, what are the 3 cards I'm playing? 2 cards, 1 card, and 4 cards. So I go, my 4-card hand is 16 damage, my 3-card hand is 14 damage, my 2-card hand is 6 damage. So the biggest gap there is between the 2 and 3-card hands. So the opponent swings at me with a Snatch. Snatch is worth 4, threatening 7. He's probably going. Does he have snaps up? Any cards in hand? If he has a card in hand and Snatch is coming at me with no resources floating or anything, then there's no point in blocking it. So because the EV on the Snatch is 0. But so using that logic, if my hand is 16 with 4 cards and 14 with 3 cards, it is higher EV for me not to block the snatch, as long as he has a card in hand. If he has a card in hand, it is a higher value play for me to block with it and equipment.
Okay, so I think I understood everything that you were saying. So you're saying that like if your opponent plays a card, it's a snatch, and he doesn't have any way to give it go again, then you don't really care because like it's just like
No, no,
cool.
no,
It's,
no, no. A card in hand, and
it
there's no
doesn't
way of giving it go again.
doesn't have a card in hand. Okay, so that way, okay, I see what you're saying because if they had a card in hand, they already have an arsenal. So if you can deny them an arsenal and deny them
Damage.
damage, then that that is a matter where you would decide on block. So basically, you're trying to get more value out of your blocks than just the 3 itself.
Yes. So I am never going to like. I play decks in which my life total is irrelevant. I do not like so. That's why I play in Dromai as of the last week or two. Big Dragon Dromai has taught me a lot. But I do not usually play decks with that worry about life totals until I hit 0. And most of the time, you shouldn't either. I think that worrying about your life total, as a Yuzuri player, you should look at your hand. And Yuzuri is very easy to calculate because she's trying to function on 1 to 2 card hands plus arsenal. So you should go, okay, my Lexi player swings for 4 damage. My hand is Isolate, Death Touch, Plunder the Poor, Shakedown. And so you're like, which one's going to be more effective, Shakedown or Death Touch? This is like what you should be thinking about as you play. So you have a higher estimated value play if you block with Shakedown because it's a 3 block. Okay, now in this hypothetical, your opponent swings with Heat Seeker first. 1 resource floating, 1 card in hand. So you know it's a 0 cost coming. It could be an Endless Arrow. Searing Shot, Drill Shot. Drill Shot's not that big of a deal due to Yuzuri's ability. But, so you go, this Heat Seeker's coming in for 5. The estimated value is going to get is 8. So if I block with the Death Touch and the Plunder the Poor for 5, I am stopping 8 value, well, expected value up from the Heat Seeker. It's much more than 8, but everyone likes to say that a card is 3 value. In Lexi, it's like 4.5. Because of how she scales. But, so you blocking like that causes that play, and then you take the 0, which is probably going to be more than likely an Endless Arrow, Drill Shot, Searing Shot for 5. Because that's the correct way to play Lexi, is you go 1 cost into 0 cost. But, of course, you blocking early also leads you to play into Codex incorrectly. So this is where like the math starts getting weird. It's like, so if you block into Heat Seeker, your expected value is 8.5, 9, whatever, blah blah. But you're also playing into Codex, so now you want to reevaluate your blocks, thinking, is it correct for me to block the Heat Seeker or to play around Codex? Which one's a higher, which one's a higher EV play? Now, of course, no matter what, it is going to be a second arrow or a Codex coming afterwards. They're not going to play Arctic into you because you're a fatigue deck, so it makes no sense to play around Arctic. So then you go, if they do play Codex and they get Heat Seeker back, I can still block with 2 cards, and let's say I have Tunic up, I can have a Death Touch from Arsenal, because you know it's in your graveyard. So now you want to start calculating, is it correct for me to block this Heat Seeker, play around a Codex, or just take the 5 value from the Searing Shot and block it with the Death Touch and Plunder? So that's how I really view the deck. It's not tempo at all. I view it as, what can I play around that my opponent has that is correct? Like, so every time you put a card down to block on the defensive chain link, you want to be thinking, what is my opponent's next line? What have their play patterns been all game? Are they randomly naming go again for no reason? Stuff like that. I mean, yeah. Like, do I have an arsenal? I mean, there's so many quantifiable points that you can think about in a single turn versus just Lexi, that tempo doesn't exist, because tempo is an irrelevant term in this math game. It's just pure math. You can make a known information EV play, which is blocking the Heat Seeker and hoping that the second shot is Searing Shot. Then your Death Touch hits and you just steal full momentum going forward. But If it is a codex, you get blown out and your back hurts for the next week. So that's just kind of like the way that I view the game. Is I don't ever view it as I'm gaining tempo on this opponent. I'm just going, does this play with the information that I am aware of make the highest uh, value possible?
Okay. So I think, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you just said. So, but I think that like maybe, again, I kind of have this conversation with Smitty. I think maybe we're describing the same elephant just differently, and choosing different nomenclature, which isn't that big of a deal, because like I mean, you're saying that you get more value out of like if I play CNC pummel, then I'm going to get more value out of this if I take damage to do that, so on and
Well,
so forth. Correct?
it's so abstract. You can't give anything. You can't say this is a value play. Oh, sorry, you can't say this is a tempo play because it's so abstract from turn to turn, from game to game, from what your opponent's pitched, what's in your opponent's graveyard. There is so many overlying factors into every single hand that it is mind-numbing. Like knowing that your opponent has pitched two Sigil Solaces while you can dominate this crippling crush while he's at 8 and in the game, but you have no AB and he has an Asvali. Is it correct? What if he has Sigil? Like it is so like there is no tempo play. It is, do you play to the odds that you are aware of or not? And when you play off of those odds, you're going to be playing the best game you possibly can. So being aware of your opponent's deck and what your deck is doing and what your game plan is and how you're going to win the game is how you win. It is not, oh, I'm going to swing for 15, then you're going to swing for 13, I win 2 value. That is not, if that was true, Levio would win every single game possible. Because her turn over turn expected value is the highest in Flesh and Blood. But if you did on purely tempo, she would be unstoppable, but in reality, she's not very good because you can't have a tempo play with Arctic Incarceration and stuff like that because then you have to calculate blood. Yeah, just stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Right.
just so much. I like so tempo to me doesn't matter because there's so many cards that can swing it, and it would just be an impossible game of math that is uncalculable. So for me, it's just a game of momentum. Am I the aggressor, or am I on the defensive side of the table? Am I the one looking to gain the value, or am I the one trying to defend the value? And that is just like how I view the game. So Uzuri is a defensive deck. You're never going to play 3-card hand effectively unless you have some lists have E-Strike. You can play like a come to fight command and conquer for 9. But then you just start thinking though, what if they end their turn without an arsenal? Then your tempo play that you theoretically set up is worth 9 value blank, which is not a 3-card hand you want. You want your 3-card hands to be roughly anywhere from 11 to 13 value. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that makes perfect sense. Honestly, like I mean, I do think that I'm not saying that tempo doesn't exist because I am a pretty big proponent of the fact of imagining this like tempo thing, but I do think maybe it's in place in more of like value generation. And while you're talking about this, Kevin kind of said Fab is just maximizing value until lethal is being threatened, and so maybe that's kind of the approach. I suppose the bigger question is, what do you do when you find that you have 2 alternatives for a net value? So let's say I can either present 14 value by blocking with 2 cards, or present 14 value with attacking with my entire hand and take more damage. Do you just put that at the mindset of what type of hero are you playing? So if I'm playing a more defensive hero, I want to keep my life total higher, and so it's better for me to do the value of saving life. Like, how does that kind of come into play then?
Well, what hero are you playing in this scenario? If you're playing Uzuri, it is better to keep your life total high because you are tending to be the defensive hero, and your 1 to 2 card hands are better than your 4 card hands, 3 card hands. So your expected value for a 2 card hand is almost identical to a 3 card hand, except for maybe a Spider's Bite. If you're Fi, you're looking to keep 4 to 5 card hands every turn, Lexi 6, blah blah blah. So it really depends on what you are trying to achieve in your game plan. Every hero's game plan is going to be different. Prism, her game plan changed turn to turn depending on what their opponent did. That's what her whole spiel was about. But then you have heroes like, uh, let's look at Dromai. She can play a 1-card hand, a 4-card hand, a 2-card, and any number of hands. That's what her strength is. She is consistent. Yuzuri is consistently a great defensive hero. So no, with Yuzuri's ability, you do not want to take damage to throw back the same amount of damage, in my opinion. You want to minimize damage and let your disruption win the game.
Okay.
So it is dependent on hero over anything else.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, I think that looking at the game in a one-dimensional view is probably incorrect. I think you should take each hero and kind of put it into its own category in your mind. You can kind of categorize Arachne and Yuzuri together. No hero plays like Yuzuri. None of that. Like, her disruption is unparalleled, and that's what she's good at, is forcing your opponent's hand, literally, to do something. But then you have, like, Dromai, which what she does is drop permanents. So those tempo plays between both of them are very different. So it's hard for me to quantify, I played 3 permanents this turn. It's like, but that's tempo. How do you value rate that into a Yuzuri matchup? You can't. So to me, tempo is an irrelevant term because they are so different on hero to hero. So to me, it doesn't exist. I believe that there is an aggressor and a defensive hero at each table. Now maybe you want to look at it like, once you have to block for lethal, you're the defensive hero, and then you can try to get the momentum back in which you can force your opponent to block. Turns 1 through 4 are usually just 2 decks going at it until one of them gets into that range if it's an aggro mirror. So that's where, like, Yuzuri's good at, because she's going to block anywhere from 6 to 9 and then throw back 4, but the 4 is going to be valued at more than 4. It's going to be 4 threatening 7, 8, 9. Her 2-card hands are going to be like Isolate, Death Touch, and then you give Frailty to Lexi, which is worth like anywhere from 3 to 7 value per Frailty. So it's hard for me to, like I said, quantify tempo between heroes when they are all trying to achieve a very different goal in the game.
Okay, so you brought up an interesting point. You keep using these words, attacker or aggressor and defender. Do you also feel like that's the only two? Like, it's only this, this double-edged sword kind of thing? Or do you feel like there's the rock, paper, scissors type meta where we have like aggro, mid-range, control? Like, where are you at in regards, if we try to compare this to other games? Do you believe that there's mid-range heroes that's like playing a mid-range based deck, or are you just calling them, hey, they're a more defensive deck and they're going to try to win this later on?
Mid-range deck is just a shitty aggro deck.
Okay.
So, like, what would you define as mid-range? Like, what hero, if you came to your mind, is mid-range?
If I was going to define something as mid-range in Flesh and Blood, then I would say probably Bravo. I mean, it's interesting with Flesh and Blood because, like, just because the hero seems to play like mid-range playstyle doesn't mean that's what they have to do exclusively. So I think that Bravo can play like Super Fatigue, which I would kind of consider that control-ish in this game. Or I think their typical play pattern is more like a mid-range play of like, they lose value typically maybe early on, and then they try to generate more value over the course of the game. Prime example again, I think, would be Icelander. So like, Icelander is habitual for being at like 2 to 3 life and then just controlling the game and end up winning the game.
So, in my opinion, in the way that I've seen like Luz to Oswald play Icelander is just an aggro deck with disruption. Like, your turn cycles are the same, except for it's on your opponent's turn cycle, and you incidentally slow your opponents down by doing their cycle stuff. And how math works, how their deck functions, depends on how Icelander's doing. So in my opinion, Icelander is just an aggro deck with disruption on your opponent's cycle. Like, that's how I view her. Like, the perfect Icelander's plan is to literally go Wounded Bull, Arcane Moon you, maybe block a card, and then repeat that cycle until they get a Channel Lake Frigid out from their arsenal with a Tunic, of course, 3 for the Moon, and then they kind of play like a disruption game for a turn to 2 turns, and then they repeat that process of aggroing you out. So, in my opinion, Icelander is just a aggro deck that plays on your opponent's cycle. That's how I view her with disruption.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like her goal is to still get you to 0. Simple as that. She just has the benefit of playing your cycle, disrupting your cycle, and skipping one whole of her cycles with Stormstriders.
Okay. So then, do you feel like in this game that's like, let's say you're playing as Bravo and you're playing against Phi, do you feel like you're going to go into this mindset of like, hey, I'm going to have to weather the storm of these, Art of War 5 chain link turns, and then hopefully try to gain some momentum, tempo, whatever it is that we want to call it, on some of these other turns when he has an off turn? Do you feel like that's like the mindset going into this, or is it just like, hey, I mean, that's where I'm trying to figure out, what are you defining as attack defender, and then what are you defining as like this disruption? Is this control, or what? How does this work?
So in my mind, whenever I'm playing my games, if I'm attacking and my opponent's not blocking, then we are both aggressors at this point in the game. Now this is going to swing back and forth throughout the game. So if they attack, and then they attack me, but like let's say I have a sink below, then they have to go back onto the defensive, then I'm the aggressor for the cycle, and vice versa. So Yuzuri is always the defensive on her cycles. I mean on your opponent's cycles. You're always blocking with cards from your hand to try to set up a 1 to 2 card disruptive, which is going to cause your opponent's cycle to be worse, and then you can gain momentum from there. Lexi, on the other hand, is the only deck that does everything. She blocks well, she attacks well, she does like the whole enchilada, blah blah blah, like better than any other hero in the game, in my opinion. That's why, kind of go Lexi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like we can play a couple of games, and I can kind of explain my theory to you.
We definitely can. So we'll jump into some games. I'll play Azuri because it seems like you're kind of describing things based off of the Azuri playstyle there.
Yeah.
Now, so I mean, so you don't believe in the mindset of whatever the like 1970, no, it was earlier than that, 90 article of like who the beatdown is. So you don't think that's really necessarily attributable to Fab, like of the mindset of like, hey, my opponent is aggro, I need to play more of the defensive role. You think that it's just whatever your hero is, play that, right?
Yeah, I mean that's like, yeah. So here you are on the defensive. Did you pick first or second?
I picked second.
I agree with that.
Yeah, also, I mean, more likely it's probably going to be a Death Dealer list, and Death Dealer doesn't do very well going first, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, they could definitely high roll like crazy. Do you want to look at the sideboard, or?
I know a lot of people tell me this matchup's easy, but I actually think this matchup's pretty hard. Everything looks about right. I wouldn't play looking for scrap, but okay.
Well, whoops.
I'm not a believer in looking for scrap.
You're not a believer in looking for scrap. Is that like whole gender
card
identity
sucks.
kind of thing? Like just, oh my god, is that Drew?
Yeah, I would here instantly. I would just block with E-Strike, Surgical, and looking for scrap to keep the isolate. I like disruption over damage in Yuzuri. Probably we can draw like a shakedown. Oh, this is a great hand. So you go like E-Strike and then E-Strike, go again, putting down Eradicate. So 5 damage. And then we're going to destroy some arsenals.
And so the way you got to this line is you just looked at your hand, looked for the maximum value, which is like, cool, we can say 5 and then 4, and that's 9. That's the best that we can
No
do.
rune gloves, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're playing against the good Azaleas.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
And then isolate, activate Yuzuri, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's even a reason to isolate. Just throw the leave no witnesses and Save the isolate.
I like to throw it because I like to demand the on hit. If they block with 2 cards, they're allowed to have a turn, and that was a really good on hit.
They're gonna they're gonna have 4 cards instead.
Yeah.
They'll
It's
have a
valid
turn
point.
either way.
So that's 8 so far. 11. So possible lines here is you block 7. So you can block with backstab, pitch hurl to Oasis respite, and then then play leave no witnesses.
Okay.
Because you pick some weird cards for this matchup.
So, just curious, why would you not just say, cool, block, backstab, hurl, swing the leave no witness, then put Oasis in arsenal?
Because he played a sedation arrow.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind, disregard. This is why you're better at the game than me.
Seek and Destroy is online.
Oh my god, shut up, kid.
You love it.
I do.
Seek and destroy. That's all.
That's Drew's famous quote. I was there when it was written.
When it was written.
I would do it in a robot voice if it wasn't going to disturb the whole table.
It's a big arrow.
Does the release say you can't block with
No, it's from Arsenal, so I was just checking. I thought it was.
Okay, so hold on, let's look at our hand. You can Fate Foreseen it for 4, you take 10, 16, then you throw E-Strike for 7 and Arsenal Isolate. I don't hate that.
Now, going off of what you were saying earlier, like the best value that we could look at is what so block, isolate, Fate Foreseen, E-Strike, draw a card. Would that not be the best value hand that we could look at?
Yuzuri does not work well with cards randomly in Arsenal.
Why not just block 14 and move on? Then you're blocking 16.
Because you already have the life total lead, you can start forcing cards out of hand.
It's
okay.
fine to me. I think it's like always, when you're 9 life ahead, you always just maintain taking 0 damage when you can.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a strong play. Which doesn't look like there is.
The onus is on them to keep drawing good hands to catch up.
Yep.
Damn, someone here's the adult.
Would that be, Drew, would you say that's because we currently have tempo?
There's no such thing as tempo.
Oh,
Only-
there's
only
another one.
life.
Thank you. Keep that on top because of tunic counter is going to be on 3.
Yep.
Oh, nice hand. I like the remorseless into Azalea.
You mean to remembrance?
we gotta talk about your sideboarding, son.
Son, this isn't my sideboarding, this is yours.
What?
I hope they
don't-
play a codex for you.
This is
I
your
don't even
list.
Let me see it.
It's this list.
Oh no, this is what's his name? Oh, what's his nuts? Archon Altars.
Not my list.
Hey, well here you're gonna swing dagger.
I
I think you should arsenal the remembrance.
feel like that was being facetious.
Oh, actually, Frailty Trap here is fucking goated. It's a 0 for 5.
Yeah.
Too bad you still can't clean. You still lose points by blocking out the sedation.
I know. Let's go. You get the sedation value. Wait, this is for 8? Oh my god, no, 7? Oh, that's a clean block, baby. You'll just go 1 over.
So I said it was a waste. Frailty
Yeah.
made it not clean.
Yeah, you're right. Whatever, just
No value.
yeah,
All
instead.
right.
That probably on bottom probably.
Don't. Frailty Trap sucks against Azalea.
I know.
I want to talk to you.
Oh, I want to know what he said.
Why?
I just want to know how many cuss words they are.
He's probably saying, "Lol, nice garbage hand."
After you, Spider's Bite's correct. I mean, you're not doing anything. So
Don't you
technically
just want to
not
like Arsenal the Remembrance, so you, or do you not care about being codexed?
I don't care about being Codex.
Dang.
He's gonna get Codex right
A
here.
lot of value. Oh. Why is this guy going to knock you? This guy's all about knocking you.
Damn.
Okay, so you can fate for scene.
No,
Oh, sorry, sink below.
Yeah.
no, you Arsenal the sink below.
You think so?
Yeah, to cover up the next turn.
Okay, yeah. So block 3, throw eradicate, and then Arsenal sink.
Yep. And then
That's such an
you're
adult
insulated.
play. Y'all are such adults.
Value Town.
Alright, so what was the reasoning for that?
Because if Azalea comes in with a dominate on a future turn, you can cover it. More likely to cover it. And blocking that with it now versus later doesn't really change anything.
Wait, did they eat the Eradicate?
Yeah.
I think
Why?
so. So they can play out this rabble for 4.
Don't they know how good that card is?
It's a good one.
So we just take this 4, right?
You can get your equipment back with your silvers now.
Yeah.
Probably noteworthy.
Oh yeah, you probably should have done that on Eradicate.
Get that one extra card off the deck.
That is true.
Oh, he's gonna feel real smart. He's gonna come in for 7. You're gonna cover it. 4 dominate.
Oh yeah,
Let's
we're
go.
gonna use that sink below.
We're gonna use that. That's right. That's a
Oh.
5 life sink below there.
And then we're gonna put that Oasis on bottom. Let's cool. Busted.
Good. We're gonna Spider's Bite here.
Spider's Bite, Wither.
Does this list not have Orbita classed?
No.
Wither. We're gonna use that sweet, sweet black tech here, possibly. Activate Usuri. Eradicate it. Eradicate. Activate Black Tech Whispers. We did lose a value of not blocking.
And mask.
But
And mask.
activate
And mask.
both.
Yeah.
Who?
And fucking eradicate him again. Close the chain. Eradicate him again.
always Eradicate. I love that card.
Oh yeah.
Ah, he's done. Alright, so
Man, I guess no Rune Glows didn't really come in very clutch there.
they did not. We got disconnected.
What a banger.
Yeah, it's this list, whatever this one that you sent.
Be better. Oh, that's yeah, that's arcane.
I mean, do you have a oh well, never mind, we're playing Katsu.
Oh yeah, this is a buy. Second.
Let's go second, and then cool, we say... Alright, is there anything that you want me to take out from the list?
Why does this guy play
Well, maybe these...
remembrance into everything?
No clue.
Gotta have that yellow pitch.
Dude, no shit. Take out
over,
remembrance.
over Codex of Blood Rat.
Yeah, and put in one humble. Oh, probably humble in this match. Yeah, sure, 64. This is a deck that you can play literally 70 cards in every
Do we
match.
want to run the 3 Oasis?
Yeah, sure. I don't...
Alright, let's do it.
We're gonna beat up on Tony the Tiger.
No, not Tony the Tiger.
Do you think he's playing Katsu?
I hope so.
What the fuck is that?
This fighting spirit?
I hate this game, bro. I fucking hate this game.
Alright, this brings us a good point. Do I block these Kadachis?
I don't. It
What?
doesn't have
He's
go
only
down.
he's only got one Kodachi.
Just take it?
Sure.
I don't know. Is this hand good? Not really.
Not really, but I mean...
It's 9 damage with an on hit. That's fine. I feel like they use Zuri special. So you go E-Strike, go again, pitching, Codex, and then yeah, blah blah. This deck sucks.
It's not Lexi, you're right.
Lexi, the Katsu would already be dead.
Winner's bite, you turn 0. Shoot 2 arrows. Oh,
Oh
look.
my god,
I
what
leaked
is-
damage.
What is this horse shit? Your opponent was about to block with her red fitness
Oh my
spike.
gosh. Why are
What?
we...
Oh my
Okay.
god, why are we doing this? I hate this game.
Fine, we're playing Arcane Crucible Katsu.
Oh my
With an
god, what
updated
is
list.
this hand?
I hope we get a spring... I hope we get a...
Blue flick flack? Get the fuck off. Oh my. Every time we stream, we play the worst dog shit decks ever.
So, do I just Frailty Trap this to prevent him
I
from
hope
doing
this
the
guy
other
has
Kodachi?
Springboard Somersault.
Yes. Yes, you probably trap this. Because that card's not good for anything.
What, Frailty Trap? Or what?
Yeah, I only like Frailty Trap into Lexi, and that's the only hero I played into. It's nuts into her, everything else is
It's-
like mid.
At least it's a card you can arsenal.
I would just sink below and sink the yellow, isolate, and look for an attack.
Undo.
I'm surprised he actually has combo starters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Why did
Jesus
you not
Christ.
I
think?
forgot to hit it.
I'm gonna isolate. Oh, there we go. That's good. Hey, we don't actually play isolate here. We pitch it.
This guy is taking his sweet ass time.
Well, he's gotta think about his big brain with his blue flick flack.
He's gonna fighting spirit us here.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he is. I'm like 95% sure this is a. What? Can you check? Okay, so his graveyard is only Vapor Scene, so he can go get Bonds. Bonds doesn't trigger, so we're threatening 9. We're throwing 6. Yeah, it's probably fine. Actually, I mean, we are. Oh. I think I might be correct to block with Annihilate and the 2 equipment.
Is that everybody's consensus?
Don't you want to block with Isolate so you can Tunic Annihilate next turn?
Tunic's at 1 though.
It'll be at 3 once you go to your turn.
How's it going from 1 to 3?
Wait, what?
It goes to 2, you Arsenal pass. Then Tunic goes to 3 on your next turn, and then you Tunic Annihilate.
Boom.
Are you saying that we block 12 on our next turn no matter what?
Or you just get another, or, I mean, maybe. You don't know what they're going to draw.
He doesn't know what he's gonna
Black
draw.
and Fiddle's Fighting Spirit. That's what they're
Maybe
gonna
we're
draw.
gonna get the gas hand.
I
Where we
mean,
can do more than pitch for 2 daggers.
That's not possible in this deck.
I don't know. I'm Arsenal brained. I always want a decent Arsenal card.
Me too, buddy.
That's why I don't play this hero.
I just hate Yuzuri. It like took me all. Oh wow, we really need that tunic counter.
So, if I was looking at this hand, I guess my one card hand would be, well, I wouldn't have a one card hand because Oasis doesn't block, right?
It would technically be the blue card because
Yeah.
then you can go Spider's Bite,
Bite,
and
Annihilate.
Annihilate.
Yeah. Alright, so I don't like blocking these, but I'm supposed to, right?
No.
Why? You have Oasis. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Oh, I guess that's true. Valid point. Got.
No, this is great. Because then we just block with Eradicate and Isolate. We go Spider's Bite, Annihilate. Then we Arsenal Oasis Respite. This is awesome. This is like literally best case scenario.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, yeah. Yeah,
It's
what's it?
okay.
That's what I was trying to figure out what's.
I mean, Pummel wouldn't even do anything anyway.
I know. You just
I'll
put
take
your waste-
one.
Yeah. And then you tunic Annihilate. Fuck.
Oh no, he got to draw a card.
Get it,
So,
goddamn.
like...
How do you have 2 cards left?
Maybe this is like fatigue Katsu.
He drew all his flick flacks. But if he was fatigue, I don't know why he would even have Surging Strike.
True.
You even get to save your tunic.
Broken. Excuse me. So, is it worth popping mask here?
I mean, don't you always pop mask as soon as it's gonna hit?
Yeah. There's no reason not to.
Okay.
Oh, I guess this guy just brought in his whole deck and he's running Spirit over CNC for his poppers.
I like the idea that that's not it at all.
I think it is though, unfortunately.
I know it's not it.
I like the old storyline better.
I did too. Let's go.
He does still have blue flick flack though.
Yeah, that one's a little sus. A little sussy.
All right, Taylor. So you see this 4-card hand. What is your immediate thoughts?
I need to go play another hero.
I
I don't know, man. I mean, this is okay, I guess. I mean, you definitely take this.
Yeah. But we can Spider's Bite Annihilate with a blue. And then use these 2 cards to block.
We can do a lot here.
So we just Tunic Oasis, right?
No, I mean, then you were losing 1 value. Just block with surgical.
Not that surgical.
Shit!
The other one. That's fine.
Even though he's gonna draw 2 cards?
He's only
I
gonna
mean-
draw 1. Oh, I guess he will draw 2. That's what Ancestral says.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine though. I mean, there's nothing. We can use Oasis to stop it, but I think that's a suboptimal line. I mean, we can't play around Ancestral the whole game.
True. We could have right then.
Nah, that's still in.
Let him discard cards.
Sounds good. I don't even know what this card does.
Now it's time to use that sweet.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna Breeze Rider.
He is.
Oh.
What are you saying, Drew?
Were you just like pitching Humble here? And like not letting it hit?
Instead of using Tunic?
Why would they want to pop Breeze Riders for 100 wins?
Well, this actually. Oh, hold on. If you want to play this correctly, put Annihilate on the chain, and then pass priority. If you guys want to play this 100%, because we can bait out breaking scales here. Because he's gonna have Razor Reflux plus breaking scales. The correct line, I swear to God, is Annihilate.
I think he already passed defense.
I did already pass defense.
Okay, well he's about to Razor you.
Interesting.
Just fucking Tunic and Oasis. Fuck it. I think you actually want Tunic Oasis here. You're about to get Razored, boy.
Razored.
So have you guys played any Star Wars yet?
No. Bethesda games are boring.
Damn.
Got him.
I played a crap ton of Baldur's Gate, and then I got bored with it.
I can
Dang.
get both.
He doesn't want to roleplay.
You know, I very much enjoy role-playing, but it is...
Oh, whoa.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Keep that in a different channel, please.
Yes.
I feel like getting canceled.
Don't get canceled. I'm not showing my feet. We're good.
You're right.
Oh my god, this guy's taking forever.
I would scoop so fast in like a real match.
I'm sure you would.
I would. See, oh, what did I say? What did I say?
What did you say?
I really was expecting him.
He still hasn't razored it, so it still doesn't have go again.
I know, but he gets to play Breeze Rider.
Pop both of your 1-block equipment to not block any of the 4 power contracts. Stonks.
Champ.
Genius.
I'll be right back.
I think we'll still be waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a 10 milligrams of melatonin.
Go take your Tylenol PM, sir.
Yeah, no shit. I wonder if I can get that made.
Dude.
Okay, just leave. Just leave.
Ah.
I can't do this, man. How this? You tell me what hero you want to play against, and I'll play it. And it'll be the quickest game ever.
Oh wait, he made a decision. Let's see if he pops Breeze Riding Boots.
It's gonna be the fucking 100 wins. Second. That's. Oh my god. Whatever. What the fuck ever.
He drew it off of the mask, I assume.
We just take the scar for scar. So that we can Arsenal the Humble? Or do we not want to Arsenal the Humble?
I don't know. Humble sounds... I probably would rather just play the Humble if you're not blocking with it.
And Arsenal the Annihilate?
Yeah, I'd rather Arsenal cards that you can play off a blue or a tunic than a 2-cost.
Makes sense.
Unless it's like a good 2-cost. But who knows, maybe Katsu not being able to tutor was the key all along. But in that case, you would have already shot it out, so whatever.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy's killing me.
Hmm.
I still think we just take this, right?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go watch Bryce Kano people until
Go Kano, people.
his turn is over.
I just lost this one.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry.
it's okay. I'm doing pretty good today. What's the let's see, 8-4. Getting better and better every day.
This is the slowest Katsu player I've ever played in my entire life.
Oh shit! I guess I'll play a.
Looking for Bravo.
Let's get Kano. Sure, that's exactly what they're gonna say. See if they leave.
That would annoy me.
We'll put in the aggro package.
Disrespect.
Oh, you're gonna Viscerai.
It's almost like he was requesting a specific hero.
Yeah. I think I play Illuvian. What do you think?
Probably not.
We just try to kill him, right?
Yeah.
We do play this though. Drop something. Yes.
How are we still here?
We're waiting on you to get back.
What the fuck?
We still haven't done anything.
Has the turn ended yet?
It did end.
Concede, for love of God. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Alright, what's he doing here? AB1 Seekers, what in the jank?
Why is there a secret?
Alright.
Why is there no carapace?
We got a chance, boys.
What is happening?
AB1, oh, he's not gonna let me hurt him.
You're gonna do plenty of damage. What are you talking about?
He's got AB2, man. Whoa, that's a good start. We definitely want to draw one.
Oh, okay. What do you want to play against, Zach?
Whatever you feel like playing, sir.
Why are we on? What is happening? Why do people play randoms on Talishar?
I don't know, man. This is good. This is good practice for me. I still got my action point. Oh, this is great.
You guys can do the Shadow Realm, Zach.
3.
I don't know why he runs 72 cards against Bolton.
He can just block. He can just block me out.
No, you can snap back and then do a blazing for 3.
I know. We're gonna chip him down.
Boo, 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 boo. Oh my god, you're playing the stupid fatigue, Bolton.
No, I'm not.
Probably
Clearly.
better just to Crucible and. Oh, he just took it. I guess I'll come in for 3.
Are you? Oh, I would have thought about just homing there. If he's not gonna pitch anything on turn 0.
Now I'm gonna take all that damage and then I'm gonna arsenal this tome. And I'll blow his back out next turn.
Yeah, that's fine too.
This better come in as an instant.
It is. You still have your action point. So today I learned that unlike Polar Blast, Cold Snap can target any hero, which means I have slightly improved my play against Bravo today.
What?
Because now I can, like, when they just swing a hammer, you don't want to play like Cold Snap or Polar Blast till after damage and stuff, otherwise you give them an opportunity to buff their Anathos.
Oh.
But now I can play it beforehand, see what I draw, and I can target myself with Cold Snap.
Oh, so you don't give
so
them a
that they
chance
don't
to pay
they
into
don't
it.
get to pay.
All right, son, you better have a good hand. Oh, this is good. It's really good to draw Tome and a Snapback because you can use your action point, do some Kano stuff, and then still play your hand more.
Soul Shield.
There's no way y'all win this game. There's no way in hell.
I mean, you knew that as soon as he flipped his equipment.
No, I knew it as soon as he.
Why is he at 30? What happened?
Because I did 10.
What he did?
Yeah.
What?
He just didn't block. He's already lost the game. The game is over. He can't.
Was
He
it the
can't.
was it the yellow sigil of suffering or the blue blessing of Ocelot?
It was him not blocking any AB on turn 0. So
He
he
kept
could
these
play
4
his blue
cards
blessing.
to play out a blue blessing.
All right. I see you.
I'm about to send you the Shadow Realm.
Me?
Yeah.
You can end your turn. That's fine. He's gonna get a rune chant next turn. Fuck. Now I just need this red. Oh. Now I just need this red Aether Flare off the top of the deck. Where are you? Where are you? It's gonna be a blue sap. That's what it always is. Every time I play a tome turn, I'm like, all right, let's use all these blues to do something.
I
It's a
love doing
sap.
2 damage on my tome turns.
I started off with all the 0 cost, whatever wizard stuff, and I've slowly just put all the 2 costs back in. I'm like, I'm just gonna play around the possibility of that being on top of the deck. There we go. There we go. Now we're doing damage. We want to Kano again because we might get an Aether Flare or something. Or something to buff it.
Scour. Why is Scour one of your
Please
blues?
censor.
It's a sideboard blue. Pot Rune Chance. Another Bolt. Cool. We got the perfect pitch curve for this. We're good. Yeah, when they try to pop Rune Chance and then it's good value. That blue Fate for Seeing. What the fuck is this?
Is it though? It doesn't really do much against them. It's just damage.
Oh, the whole point is to empty their hand so you can blast.
Ah,
them.
someone has finally struck blood, sir.
Saw
I was
blues
talking
in
about
this set.
Scour.
Oh.
Oh baby, we got the blue Read the Runes and the blue Fate for Scene.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a 2-for-1. So it's better than one of your 1 costs, like your 1-for-2s, because it yeah, saves damage.
I understand why Ironsong Versus was in the Bolton deck now.
It only like saves damage if you're doing it after like an assault or something.
It's because it's good?
No, because you can pitch to it if you have 2 cards in hand.
Ah!
I'm putting that in the group chat. So everyone knows.
You would have to do it at Scour at weird times to actually save damage, because if they're on the stack, they're still gonna go even if you kill them.
You mean like right now?
No, that's not an attack.
Oh, let's see. So that's gonna deal
This
one.
is gonna be a long game.
Deal
If
one.
that was a weapon swing, then the rune's chance would just already be attacking, and you can destroy them. But their damage triggers are on the stack, so the damage will still go through even if you kill them.
You can
It's not-
respond to them though, right?
Yeah, you can respond to it and blow up the rune chance, but the rune chant damage triggers are still gonna ping you. So you would have to do like it at wonky times, like in resolution step or some other point, before they have priority to shoot out an attack, in order for them to not actually do damage.
But
10.
can't you respond to the playing of an attack with Kano's ability before anything pops?
Rune chants play when you shoot out when you play, not when it attacks.
Is this a good time? Probably good enough as any. Show me a blue. Yes, sir.
I'll opt 1,000.
Pretty good.
Do you Strider's Boom?
Yeah, I do. That's what we're doing here.
I didn't know if it was gonna be worth it when, like, are you gonna spindle? Are you gonna boom into the spindle, or are you gonna opt and then boom?
No, I'm gonna boom into the spindle.
Because I figured you might want to like just opt a bunch of stuff and try to.
Because I can't afford to boom and spindle.
Can't
Because
you?
I'd have to pitch 3 to
Two.
Kano and then 2, and then I can't. I'm missing a whole card for that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I thought you
You're
had
good.
a Kano on the stack when you muffined.
No, I just got the 0 cards in hand, so I could see if I could afford to do both. He's a quitter though.
Darn, I don't
Ooh.
blame him.
Just that. How do I get those nifty on-hit sleeves?
I need to send them to you.
Is it like a link or something?
No, I gotta contact the guy that's from February.
Kind of a big deal.
kind of a big deal.
I'm surprised Taylor doesn't have him on.
Oh,
I figured
this
he
is
just
like, yeah.
not
like
even
rep.
logged in.
No, I'm not. I like to rep our team. They're like, oh my god, wasn't that Bryce Morgan's team? Like, yeah.
That's the guy that played Math Briar?
The OG.
The OG? He put it on the map?
I did message Charles Dunn today.
You're like, hey cocksucker, you stole my shit.
You stole it from me.
There's so many things I want to do on my turn, and this hand doesn't let me do it.
Because it's a bunch of blues.
What, this is like turn 7. We're still at 37, 35 life.
Yeah, this
There's
game's
ever
long.
is there's
Oh,
something
whoops,
you
hold
ever
on.
want to do on your turn besides X? I don't believe it.
I'm gonna play a game with this Taylor's Drum.
If Death Touch hits, what's the best thing to say against you?
Nothing.
I was gonna say,
Inertia's not bad. Inertia's not
I
bad.
guess. Fuck you. Oh, I got something for you, sir.
What in the world? Oh, what's in your arsenal? Oh,
Pretty good.
I don't know if that's ready to play, but I guess it works.
Well, full card 10.
Seems good, right?
Oh no, my frailty.
I gotcha. I get Death Touch or Leave No Witness.
Is that a question?
I guess I get Death Touch.
Good guess. Tony the Tiger came to play. All right.
Oh god, are you playing Tony the Tiger?
Don't play that game.
Oh, get out, get out, get out.
Leave.
What is it? Painful?
That's the
Yeah.
one that we left because it was taking forever.
Nice hand.
It's a great hand.
Is it Tony the Tiger again? Okay. Do I go first against Azalea? Yeah, so they don't boom me.
And it's broken here.
I want time skippers into Azalea. Is that correct?
Well, no, time skippers is if you go first. So
You
going
should go
first.
second. You should probably just like go second against everyone. Death Dealer doesn't want to go first.
correct.
Oh,
Well, I
well,
mean, I don't know that part.
I went first. So I'm going first. Do I place time skippers?
Oh, whoops.
Time Skipper's going first. Seeker's going second.
Okay. And then I just play all these cards that say don't kill me.
Probably.
Don't
What else?
kill me now.
What do I take out? Am I? Card sucks. We're gonna take it out because I hate it.
Dang, what a hater.
I'm just curious, Taylor. What part of you was like, man, this will be fun to play?
No, I didn't think it would be fun at all.
Just
I just wanted
curious.
to do it.
Take out a sweeping blow. We don't need sweeping blow. We're going first. And then I drew a fucking sweeping blow.
Wow, this hand is awful.
Isn't it god
Good
awful?
thing you can pitch 3 cards.
But then I could just sweeping blow for the same thing. I'm so pissed off right now. I should have taken out all 3 sweeping blows. This could have been the my. That's the play. If you go first, you just take out sweeping blow. You don't need it. Card sucks.
I
yeah,
mean, it's like you have.
I guess the best play is to just still time skippers, so he can't filter.
Probably. I mean, yeah.
I'm so
You're
sad.
still probably. I mean, you have a reasonable chance to just use up Ash so quickly with a sand cover in Arsenal.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Radiant
draw
Flow
2 0
broken.
costs and
Oh,
you sand
like a
cover
rake.
something,
Like a rake in a
and then suddenly you're back to wanting Ash again. So I don't think it's worth getting mad over. I'll take making 3 Ash in multiple turns anytime.
You haven't played enough sweeping blows.
Probably correct.
And just be like, shake your head every time you do the math on it. You're just
I
like,
probably have. I don't think I've played more than 15 games on Dromai.
all right, what's he doing here? He's already done that, so we're definitely gonna block some things. 3-7. Play out rake. Yep. Yep. We're happy with that. And now we snap. Okay, fine.
Oh, this is miserable.
Do I arsenal this Tomo time? What does it do? What does it even do? Take out their no rune
hold on.
and their best equipment.
What did you name, by the way?
I mean, the mostly
Or
depends on how much I can pump this drill shot. I
Isolate.
think.
Yeah,
Oh, you named Isolate?
you're right.
Yeah.
I'm happy to block it out. Block, give him a sigil.
Like, you have no reason to take gobs of damage just for a Tomotai. Like,
You don't. I
As
don't. No,
all
I
you
was
need
wondering if that.
is- This is a matchup where you can just land a Yenderai and then you can just block out.
Yeah, I
for the
already
rest of
saw a
the game.
popper. They already wasted a popper on an Ashwing, so.
Anything else you get out is just a bonus.
Yeah. So this is. They didn't
Seven.
use Death Dealer. So they're gonna. Are they gonna blow up snaps? I'm just gonna block 8.
This is still the most miserable game I think I've ever played.
Really, I'm having a great time.
I'm glad that
think
you're having a
I
great
think if they
time.
waste snaps to start the game, that's fine. Oh no! Wow, that's a good top deck. Do I give him the sand cover here? Do I care about the? Probably care. 2, 6, 7. 2, 6, 7.
Alright, so this brings up a good point, Kelly. Is it wise to just arsenal this card?
Yes.
Even though it's a clunky ass arsenal? I guess it's better than just wasting it. $10? What?
Doesn't matter. I don't have go get anyway. I don't know if that was worth them blowing up snaps for. They should have that to clear the board.
They didn't. They probably should have not popped that turn and just tried to do something else. Their hand stuff.
Yeah, they forced that. That's fine though.
You kind of gotta do that against Romai.
All right, Rain Razors. Oh, they're about to get fucking chromide. Or are they? I'm low on Ash again. Fuck.
Dude, I keep telling everybody in the Warrior chat what these are for, and they keep telling me no. So I had to go find the freaking deck tech.
What are for?
The Iron Song versus in this Bolton Fatigue deck. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. And they're like, no. I'm like, I'm not asking him. I'm telling you.
What's the answer?
Oh, he uses it to cycle. So if he like ends up with like a 2 blue hand, he'll activate it, then swing Great Axe to cycle 2 blues. And then like, Smitty's like, I don't think that's it. I think it's just you're inventing a scenario for it. I'm like, no, it doesn't. What the? I had to like post the link to the video of the guy saying it. And then Curtis is like, I just don't think he owned Braceford Bracers. I was like, no, that's not, no. Jesus,
So-
y'all.
Why would you ever use Bracers? Doesn't even have any text either, right?
It doesn't. It has less text.
I like these two, right?
I
Yeah.
have a question.
Yeah, I have an answer.
My hand is Wither, Annihilate the Armed, Eradicate, Eradicate.
But just block 2 and then swing Dagger and Annihilate.
You're saying block the 2 Eradicates?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
they always got
Eradicate's-
poppers.
Eradicate's
Oh,
never
shit.
hitting in this matchup.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'll never guess what's coming at you.
No way.
Take that board. All right, now we get to burn them all. Yes. I don't think I want this sand
Actually,
cover.
that's such a bad play.
Maybe I
Hold on,
do.
swing at
Maybe
me
I
again.
do.
They're gonna set up a. They're gonna have a dominate eventually.
Yeah, and I'll blow it out.
How many T-Reacts are you running?
I don't know. Enough.
Enough.
Not frailty. Oh no.
I think this deck's actually good. Fuck.
What am I doing here? So this is.
Are you
I
just
don't
running it
think
on Bolton because of Soul Shield?
I don't think
Yeah.
the reload matters.
And you get to run Radiant Flow.
I don't know what that card does.
It says banish a card from your soul. Prevent the next 2.
Oh, is that good?
No.
Okay.
I played enough in Azalea to know when I'm being bluffed. No, that's.
Oh, you routed me.
Oh, what a goof! He should have. That is just damage, sir.
What was a goof? He just wanted a wide turn.
The if he would have just played out the Lace with Frailty and played Sleep Dart, he could have arsenaled E-Strike, and that would have still demanded 3 cards from me.
God,
Oh yeah,
Jesus
this is
Christ.
fine.
Well, he needed to pitch something for.
Yeah, we're just gonna give
Did he need to pitch something to draw the card?
Yeah. Is this where? Well, no, he had E-Strike and he had 1 floating, E-Strike, Lace in his hand, and Slip Dart face up. So he could
How
have,
do you know he had lace in his hand?
because he showed it off Bracers of Belief. So I knew he'd draw it. I knew he drew it. I definitely keep Maragai, right, and just swing the board.
Yeah.
Soul Shield. Oh, how'd I know?
You'll run out of pocket
Wow,
eventually, bub.
It's a perfect block.
Oh, there's my boy.
Crazy.
And I'll swing 4 again.
I hope
I've seen this
you
story
show a
before.
blue off top. Show me a blue.
Is this that good?
Probably not.
Oh my god.
It's still it's a dog to Icelander,
Everything's a
Still.
dog to Icelander.
and it's also a dog to Dromai.
Everything's a dog to Dromai.
It's also a dog to Lexi.
Okay, that one actually is true. Okay, that's it.
So I think the answer is no.
I don't know, man. I think I could fatigue Usuris with this deck.
You can definitely probably fatigue Azuris this deck.
Good selling point. You sold me.
Alright, what we
You
got
wanna
here?
really like your Uzuri player sees they're playing ball and they laugh, ha 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 ha, and then you reveal Decimator Great Axe and they fucking get pounded.
Let's see. Let's see.
Just
3, 6.
fate.
This would give me.
Mhm. Oh, he killed Mirror Guy.
Yeah, he did.
Inertia.
2, 8, 19.
Do you
Did I just give him a
block
hand?
with Billowing Fate Sand Cover and then Furnace the Mirror Guy away and then Arsenal Yenderai?
You said this would give me inertia token and him up.
Well, you block with Billowing and then Sand Cover
Oh,
Fate,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you Furnace Mirror Guy away, Arsenal Yenderai.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way you're at 2 ash, or you stay at 1 ash, and you have the boy.
Oh.
Ah, got your sun kiss, sir.
Let's see what we got on top.
Or if you're a real bad enough dude, you use one of the ashes that an ash ring is on. That way you can just play out a save an ash, go up to 2 ash, and for
I don't
later.
I don't think that's a thing you can do.
You can. It's still an ash on the board, right?
No,
No,
because it
no.
transforms.
Oh right, it transforms. Lame.
Alright. Yeah. Get wrecked.
Sweet, I pitch stacked really well.
Ooh, it's a bad hand. We want to keep something.
So Zach, thoughts on Uzuri?
I mean, I like Azuri. This matchup's just miserable.
Oh my, dude, this matchup's easy.
It's a punt. Unless you got knock in your hand already.
Why is this a punt?
Because you want to load and then opt.
Depends if you're looking. You may be looking for something specific to draw.
Well,
But yes, I would generally do that.
8 dominate, huh?
No, you gained line.
I'm here for the win, baby.
I do here. 2 takes 6 and then command and conquer. Pitching
Probably.
red blue.
Probably.
It's one more. I take one more life, but probably the play to give me some more ash.
You could also Yenderai and make an extra ash off the CNC, but probably better to CNC.
And then yeah, because I think that would give me the broom room to play Yenderai and then swing it. I would think, representing my pummel. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Now your turn sucks.
Dang, this hand is gross.
Yeah. Yep. I don't even know the best way to play it. I think I don't want. There.
Oops, all
There.
give and take.
Oops, all give and takes.
Do I even care about this? He'd have to have a 0 cost for that to harm me. I think it's.
And you are
just 7.
going to 13.
So do I block 2, 8, and then just play out, burn them all, swing, swing.
Frailty.
I could also. Yeah. I don't know.
Are we?
Probably the play. Probably play all 3 of those. Yeah, 3, 6, 8.
Could also like crown just to block out 7. I mean, it's probably a codex either way. I would think
Which isn't good.
fairly reasonable. Well, you don't have to crown your Yenderai away. You could just not crown if you want to not block out the reload. And then he comes back with a drill shot, I guess.
So I go 3, 5, 7. Keep burn them all in Asvali.
I think you want to. I think if you want to keep 2 cards, you want to play out Caloria over Yenderai. Unless you want to crown away the Yenderai for some reason and open yourself to Codex.
I think if it is Codex, it doesn't matter.
You may also,
anyway.
if you just like eat it, then you have a million dragons on the board, and you can just wait to draw your sigils and whatnot, and the life total is going to balance out in 2 turns.
Yeah,
Deck,
this is.
I think this deck is good once Icelander rotates out.
I'm taking 7.
I agree.
I think I
Broken.
found my new deck.
Fatigue Bolton. It
Yeah.
was a searing shot.
Alright, so now we block that. I can crown away Rake in here, crown away the Enderai.
I don't know. Yenderai is really good, but
Yeah,
that's the first Yenderai you've drawn, so it's probably fine.
But there we go, because then I can go burn them all, Asvali,
Yeah.
Hyloria.
Stop playing those fucking codexes.
I would like to do some damage to you at some point in time, sir. Oh, what? Whoops.
Do you think it's worth it to play out 1 dragon first, so that you can arsenal another dragon for later to keep yourself safe from Codex if he pops?
Let's see. I think holding back the Asvali is probably. Yeah, let me just start over. I think I'll hold back the Asvali. Because that's a 0 cost. So I definitely lead with.
Yes, the double fate for C.
Yeah, into the CNC.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
did-
great.
Well, I would have. I was thinking like maybe you attack with Caloria for it first, and if he lets you draw a card, then you have more agency in what you want to do. And if he
Well,
pop, and he wants to pop that one anyway, but I guess you want to start trying to push damage into.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the free damage, then that's the free damage. I think I still attack with Kyloria.
Yeah.
And then. He gave me that. I mean, I think I still play the Asvali?
Yes.
I don't think.
I would not want to open myself to Codex, but
I don't believe Codex is real.
he's also gonna have to.
It's clearly not.
He's gonna, if he has no go again, he's gonna might have to waste a turn on Caloria.
All right, this hand
Because
is.
Caloria is the worst dragon to see as Azalea.
Ugh.
Okay, he's got no go again. This is where we give him 3 cards and then swing Asvali.
Doesn't Caloria? Oh, that's right. You don't want Caloria to be popped.
Oh,
I think you want to keep Yendoroi.
I lagged. Yeah, I do want to keep one again, right?
How about the pitch deck, Zach?
It's pretty good, sir.
And now he can't stop the arcane.
He won't stop.
Now we got a win con on the board. Let's get rid of an attack that isn't Ravenous Rabble first.
Put that on the bottom.
There we go.
And then we'll put that one on the bottom too.
I haven't seen a sigil yet this game. I saw one.
You saw one.
Yeah, I saw one. It's there.
And we're on turn 9, so if you're able to weather the storm for like 2 more turns, you're gonna draw into Sand Cover and Oasis.
I guess I could give him.
Wait, where did my arsenal go?
So I give him.
I don't know.
What? Okay.
I give him 6.
Oh wait, it's still there. It's just hidden. Okay.
No, I think you want to hold some blocks if it's like an infecting shot for 8.
Got me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ugh.
Yeah, Bolton's good. What the fuck?
3 take 2.
No, I think the deck's definitely good. I think that if I would have changed my strategy a lot sooner, I
Because then you can
might have
block
had a
out
better
any
chance.
1-cost arrow he's gonna tunic in here.
You said block with what?
I don't know, a card.
You gonna play it again?
There we go.
You said yeah or no?
Yeah. I just moved you to a quieter place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to play again or?
I'm going to bed. That was a great time, though. I actually learned a lot about Uzuri. I am on the anti-Uzuri train still.
Yeah, no, that was definitely rough. I think that maybe Azuri can win that matchup if we go with the mindset of I block 1 card, take 2 damage, and then you have to block 2 cards for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but the issue is that there's like soul shield and stuff, so it's like that.
Yeah.
Even that theory just starts folding within itself right there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's definitely a difficult matchup. I don't know what I'm gonna play for ProQuest.
Just play whatever deck you have the most fun with. Just go to the draft ones or something. Just have a good time. Don't worry about winning this season. It's not that big of a deal.
It is that big of a deal.
Well, I mean, you gotta save some room for the rest of us, Zach.
Whatevs. No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I think that I don't know. I'll probably just play whatever deck is best in the format. Is probably where I'll be at. I may be back on Icelander. We'll see.
Well, just play my Lexi list if you want the best deck in the format. I'll play Dromai for a tournament.
I might. I don't even know. Just share me your Lexi list so I can play. I think I played like a one game as Lexi.
Yeah, I can give you what I think is the best Lexi list in the world.
In the world.
I'll tell you, like I told Aaron, the list I'm gonna send you is probably the best list ever.
The best around.
I think it is the cleanest, makes the most sense. It has the best matchup spread. I love the list I just sent you.
Alright, I'm gonna play some games with it then.
And you're gonna be like, damn, this list is slapping.
Oh, this is the trench list? No tunic? Oh no, tunic's in sideboard. Okay.
Yeah, this is the updated Atlanta list. This is what I learned from Atlanta and applied it to a new deck.
Yeah.
It is, I think it has all default matchups. It does.
Yeah.
Actually, it has them all pretty well done too. Actually. Yeah. Actually, it does. Holy shit. Yeah. I believe if you look at the deck, I had like a really good win rate with it. I had a 90% win rate.
A 90% win rate? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is very good. If you have any questions, please let me know. This deck is my baby.
What are we gonna do though if she gets banned?
She can still get banned and still be good.
Alright.
Trust.
We'll see.
Okay, buddy.
See what's going on. Alright, buddy.
Bye.
See you, buddy. Alright, guys, we're gonna play a couple more games. Yeah, so let's play a couple more games playing with Lexi, the best deck in the world, according to Taylor Crawford. We'll see. If we can find a matchup. Let's see, Button Shots, Drill Shots, Endless Arrows, Falcon Wings, Heat Seekers. Oh look, it's an Azuri. Going first. We have nothing to load. Sad panda. We'll block 6 and then we'll try to 3 of a kind Rain Razors. If they get to play the one thing, that kind of hurts, but yeah. Okay. Where do we trench here? Let's do that. Play a rain razors into a 3 of kind and hopefully draw something decent. It's probably not the right play. Load a golden shot. Choosing +1, come in for 7, 6, 6. Go again. And then we'll do the infecting shot for 5, go again, and then the drill shot. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't ever play Lexi, so this is going to be interesting. Five, go again. Then followed by what, 4? So if this is 5, 9, 6. Yeah, so 15 damage. Off of 2 cards. It's not terrible. Not terrible at all. Boom. I guess if this hits, we'll put on flick knives. Hey, dude, all 3 rain rages in the first 3 hands. If we block, or let's see. Oh, okay. No one ever expects the pummel from Missouri. I didn't, at least. Probably should have kept the Bolton shot there. Because we could have given it go again with something, maybe? I don't know. If they CNC us, we lose a searing shot. If they shake down us, we lose a heat seeker. Depth touch us, we get a fragility. We can say, cool, heat seeker, drill shot, go again, codex. I think we just take this. maybe they get my infecting shot? Okay. Oh, this guy's taking so long. I guess I could have kept the searing shot to keep a 6-card hand for next turn.
No.
No, oh god, you scared the shit out of me.
I must be very loud on your side or something then.
But no, I didn't even know you were in here. Just,
Because you and Taylor pieced out because someone was clearly tired of us talking between two games.
no, Taylor moved up there to talk about the game, and we didn't want to like have to like talk over each other, and I'm just too lazy.
Literally what I just said.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. He told me to play Alexei, because he said he thought I would like it, but this is absolutely miserable.
Why?
I have to block things and do stuff, and
Why?
I guess if I don't block this, they flick knives me or play another attack reaction.
Oh, you play Lexi and you get matched into Azuri.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, right?
You're not streaming, so I don't know either way.
Do what?
You aren't streaming on Discord, so I don't see anything.
Ah, my bad, my bad, my bad. Where am I? Where did he move me to? Oh, I see. Aha. Yeah, he said, go play Lexi, you'll enjoy it.
What's an arsenal?
Oh, what Heat Seeker. I guess I can block 6, then Withering, and Heat Seeker?
May as well. If you had a second blue, then you'd probably just eat it.
God.
But such is life. Oh, you got memed.
I did.
So Trench. You probably want to Trench and Voltaire. And then pitch the either Quiver with the Bite or whatever, just to keep all the cards in the deck. You may not. You still have snaps, so you can't get super punished if that happens, but hitting on Quiver here might not be the greatest, unless you hit a 0 cost, then you actually have a turn. Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you get a Frailty?
He played
Was that a Codex?
Yeah, it was a Codex.
Codex Pummel Shakedown?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
No. He pitched a Plague Hive and we got a Frailty. That's what it was.
Oh.
He Codex the turn before.
What a luck sack.
I know, right? Oh. Damn it. So we just block with a Heat Seeker?
We ain't blocking.
Oh, okay. What is your reasoning for not blocking? Because you knew.
You're not gonna stop an on hit anyway.
I got you.
If he brings in a shakedown, then you lose 3 oak. So you need to have the other stuff to have a turn. And if it's CNC, then it's 3 damage.
So I'm assuming we Codex?
You no. Well, no. I think you just hold on to the Codex for
Okay.
stuff.
So
It's
then,
a fine card to Arsenal at the worst. Just unless have you seen any Rain Razors yet?
yes, they were all in my opening hand.
Okay, then
Or first 2 hands, sorry.
is this your second 3 oak?
This is my second 3 oak, yeah.
And this is turn 6. So they're probably like not going to be next to each other anyway. I would probably just play out this 3 oak and see what we hit. Go just shoot out a 3-arrow turn and Arsenal a thing.
So let's load the Heat Seeker with Go again. Or would you do the okay?
Just go either or. Probably just go Heat Seeker second.
I was thinking, do we not want to shoot the Bolton shot? Because then we can. No, we can't reload because we have a withering shot. Yeah, that's right.
And you need that blue to play out your last 2 1 costs.
Just trying to do something fancy, but it's not going to work. Spreading Plague. I haven't seen anyone play that card.
Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, probably.
I assume we're gonna load the Heat Seeker with the Voltaire, Go again, and then Withering Shot.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if you want to pitch one of the codexes or not, because I don't think doesn't seem like you really have a lot of. I mean, you could pitch them together so that if you play that codex, you could like codex into the frailty you pitch, but you'd rather arsenal one of those codex than Bolton Shot, so probably just have a garbage turn here when it gets to that cycle.
So pitch the Codex, and then pitch the Bolton Shot.
I think you pitch the Inertia, and then you pitch the Bolton Shot to Withering.
Okay.
That way, you at least can have another follow-up with another 3-arrow turn.
Yeah, we're gonna give him that frailty. So we Lexi to reveal the codex. And then do we Voltaire, bolt and shot?
Yep, just shoot your 2 arrows.
But we don't want to shoot Frostlock, right? We want to pitch the Frostlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did just pitch a winner's bite 3 cards ago, so it wouldn't. It's not necessarily in the order you would want it, but
Oh wait, already has go again. I didn't mean to hit that.
also you want to fire Falcon Wing first in case of frailty trap.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a decision to make here.
So we can play the odds of codexing.
Why is he? So he's keeping his whole hand. So, what does he have in graveyard?
He's probably got the 3rd red pummel. Is what I would
He
assume.
has leave no witnesses. I think we want to play inertia here. If it's an arrow, we can just shoot it and save the codex. If it's something bad, we can trench it away.
Okay.
Because otherwise, he's just gonna codex or leave no witnesses.
It's a pre-med.
That seems like. Is that worth it? Can shoot.
We can get our battering bolt.
Well, you either trench that, shoot the battering bolt for 6, or you pre-med and shoot like an infecting for 8.
Threatening 10.
Or heat seeker. Is there a red infecting in there? I want to see the blue it looks like.
Didn't we just play a red infecting a second ago?
You played a withering.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, there's not a red
I think
infecting.
you pre-med heat seeker for 8.
So what is your reasoning for doing this over the battering bolt?
He just used tunic for Oasis, so he has a random card in his arsenal, so we can just eat his whole hand and hope his arsenal card is garbage rather than him just giving you 2 cards.
Okay.
And if he wants to play out the arsenal card rather than just block it out, we go into our turn with 6 cards.
Or he just takes it.
Okay, that's whack. He must have a CNC.
I feel like he's got like CNC pummel or something. We want to arsenal the pre-med, right? Because we already got 1 arrow.
Let's see.
Otherwise, we can't give anything go again.
There's a non-zero chance we're gonna be trenching away the card anyway, so I think we Arsenal Heat Seeker here, and then if they CNC, we can just go for like an infecting shot for
Okay.
whatever.
No block on the spider's bite because it's coming in for 0.
Got him.
Frailty broken. He totally didn't realize it was coming in for 0 and took it back now.
He's like, dang, why did I keep 3 cards?
Dang.
Why am I at 11?
I can't do it now.
Why did I let him Heat Seeker hit?
Okay, so there's the CNC pommel.
Okay, so is it worth it to block out? We have Heat Seeker in there, right?
Yeah.
I think we just trench away and trench Heat Seeker and take 6.
So we declare no blocks. We let them pummel, and then we can trench Heat Seeker.
Well, you can trench at any point before
Yeah.
CNC resolves.
Oh,
What? I'm
Art of
confused.
War. It's just... I have no clue what's going on here.
Oh, you're taking 7.
Like it. What was? Why did he let a Heat Seeker hit?
I don't know. Because Art of War doesn't block.
Yeah, but he still had the Spreading Plague, which would have given me like 2 blood rots.
No, Spreading Plague's an attack reaction.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a. Oh, okay. I thought it was a defense ring. Gotcha. So, activate Voltaire.
Bolton shot for 8, heat infecting for 6.
Interesting, because I would have said Bolton shot for 5 and then just buff the.
No, you just shoot it for 8, and I mean, you want to have 2 chances to hit a ponder. Razor reflex.
Is he gonna Razor Eradicates
Any
or Annihilates?
like,
Yeah.
any of his assassin cards.
No, because you can't. Yeah, I guess you could leave no witness. Sorry. Yeah.
Shakedown is the only assassin card that you can't Razor.
Damn, you could Razor Death Touch too. Broken.
Okay.
We
Oh,
just.
French. No, what are you doing?
I thought we were in the thing.
And
They're
then
just
after
sucking
Leave No
treasures
Witnesses
broken.
resolves, you can load one of the 1 costs. Probably load the infecting shot so it's the last one you fire, because he's at 5, so he has to block. He's going to 3. Load.
Oh wait, you were saying on their turn load. My bad. My bad. I see what you're saying. Yes. I forget Voltaire. I'm used to Death Dealer, man.
Now you don't get to fire a 3rd arrow.
I'm bad.
But at least you get to buy their whole hand. Golden shot hamstring.
Sorry, what did you want to do? Pitch the hamstring to load an infecting shot?
No, you have a resource floating from Trench.
Oh, that's right. Damn, broken. Trench is good.
That's half the point of Trench is they throw out their blow your arsenal card and then you just trench it away and then load a new one and then play out 3 arrows.
So do we infecting here or hamstring?
Just shoot out hamstring. They have to block with 2 cards anyway. So better to save the arrow that kills them for a 3 arrow turn.
Seems good. I thought this matchup was like profoundly Azuri favored.
It is. But he took 8 damage from a Heat Seeker.
That's true.
He would be dead if you had trenched.
He would be. Alright, so we Lexi.
We Winner's Bite.
And then we load a Falcon Wing. You should do that first in case of frailty trap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess a Bolton shot and then a searing shot.
I would probably play Searing over Infecting. Or Searing over Bolton.
That's right, we can give it go again. I'm not used to Voltaire. Dang, if only we could play Voltaire in Azalea. I wouldn't be that good, actually.
Just a slightly unbalanced weapon. Yeah, I think we can just spew arrows for the rest of the game because you're drawing Rain Razors in 2 more turns.
Wait, how do you know we're drawing it in 2 more turns?
Just based on, well, I guess you only had 2 times where you only had 1 ponder, so maybe it's turn 13. Yeah, it probably is turn 13 because you've seen 8 extra cards at least.
Dang, he's got an Art of War hand. He's screwed.
I don't know why he has Art of War in the deck.
Dang, it must be an Art of War. Wait.
Oh wait, that kills me.
I die if I do that.
Could have pondered a blue.
Alright, do I want to load anything before I pass my turn?
No. Just shoot out your 3 oak and take his hand and Arsenal Death Touch. Although you might be drawing Rain Razors here. Nope, you're good. Too bad that hand sucks, but it's
It
fine.
does.
You'll still get 3 cards.
So I guess I can't play Remembrance since I played 3 of a kind, right? Even though it's an instant.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah, -2 on Flick Knives. Eat it.
And now we're gonna draw Rain Razors with when we Arsenal Death Touch. Glorious.
Seems great.
Well, you might draw 1. Okay, we're safe.
So, do we play the Inertia?
No.
Okay,
Yeah, they have an Arsenal. There's no reason to.
I got you.
Just
So-
pitch the Remembrance and do endless arrow things.
Endless arrow things coming up. Damn, he got us.
Oh no, we're gonna get him in a second. We're gonna have something glorious here. I don't think it actually matters. I think he's dead no matter what, but we can do the unnecessary fancy plays.
What is the unnecessary fancy play?
Well, we'll see if we need it or not. Okay, fire death touch. And we're gonna snap it.
Okay. And then codex it.
We'll codex it, but you need to pitch Codex of Inertia to Voltaire.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Snap. I don't know why he's only blocking. Okay. And now he dies. So. Doesn't actually matter what he ended up playing, but. And you need to. I guess you don't need to close the chain because Codex will close the chain.
Then we go get a death touch.
Yep.
And then we kill him. Who said Lexi can't beat Azuri?
We beat the Art of War Azuri.
We did beat the Art of War Azuri. I feel like Taylor would be very disappointed with our 11.45 value per turn.
Well, the value would have gone up if you had trenched that infecting shot and killed him 2 turns earlier.
That's true. You're right. If only we would have known how to play the game.
Check your deck. Was the next 2 cards the Rain Raises you pitched? All right, never mind then.
How do you check your deck?
You can, once the game ends, you can click your deck and it will have, you can see the order.
Oh, I didn't know that. Man, learning all kinds of things. I do think there was like 1 Rain Razors left though, by the way. Because I think he banished 1 from my hand. I had, is he like shook down and then called yellow and then took it from me.
Yeah. I tend to check I usually check my deck after most games just because I want to see how accurately I recalled the less important cards I was pitching to draw with the good cards.
Got you. So Drew, when are you going to open up classes to learn how to be a masterful FAB player like yourself?
When I win a tournament, I guess.
You've basically won a tournament. I mean, you've won tournaments. You just haven't won a big tournament. You're coming second. That's basically winning.
I played my first turn wrong in the finals and I lost the game because of it.
But you knew that you played your first turn wrong. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's so much
Not
better.
until after I played the game.
Oh god, that's the wrong deck. I mean, so I do understand that. But the difference is that I don't even know that I played my first turn wrong. You gotta get me to that level, Drew. Teach me the way to be a masterful FAB player. It doesn't just consist of draw better cards.
Oh no. Do math, I guess.
What kind of math are you doing though? That's where I get confused.
Does your hand do more damage than their hand?
You don't know what their hand's gonna do.
Exactly. That's why you need to take educated guesses based on what you've seen and the added value of their possible on hits compared to yours.
Okay. He's got 4 cards in hand. I'm gonna assume that he's got 12 value, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this doesn't really matter because it's first turn. This is coming in for 3. If we block this, he gets to react and go wider. Oh, he said, fuck that, I'm not doing that anyways.
He has 70 cards, so we don't want to spew too much here.
So, do we want to? Okay. We don't want to get touched.
Could be an argument to quiver. Like if you want to risk when they keep a full grip like that and you know like it's Bolton, they're gonna have a million attacks. You could just pitch a blue to quiver and try to go into your turn with 5 cards instead of 4, or just most of the time you're just gonna pass.
Okay.
But you never want to get rid of 2 cards when they just pass priority. All right, this hamstring seems like it's gonna be decent.
And so we're saying it's decent because coming for 6 is going to take 2 cards out of his hand, or we're going to be taxing him by 1, right?
Or he just has to eat it because he's gonna have to pitch to play out the card that he wants to use to charge his last card.
Okay. So, you count up the value of your hand, and then you estimate what the value of your opponent's hand is. But you have to do that by making, pretty gross assumptions. Was not
Maybe you should
expecting
play a
that
few
reverse.
games of Mathbriar before it rotates to get that'll get your arithmetic flowing real fast.
Well, so I understand how to do my math. I think, anyways. I don't know how to do their math. So he has no cards in Soul. So you can't do anything fancy, so we should just block this.
What is? I don't even remember what that card does.
This is... if it hits, it gets to go again.
Well, he didn't even charge.
Yeah, so it doesn't do anything.
This hand sucks.
This hand's terrible.
Well, I think we're we're going to. He's probably going to be playing very slowly. I forgot what card you pitched. What was it? A Bolton shot that you pitched last turn?
No, we shot the Bolton shot. We pitched a
Drill shot, I think.
Maybe it was a drill shot.
It was either a drill or a searing, I think.
No, I think it was a searing shot. I think it was a blue searing
what your second
shot.
blue was. I know you arsenaled the drill shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we take this 3.
Yep.
Because we're at 40, we can afford to, and then we'll just fire out. Like, triple drill shot is annoying even if they're all blues, so I think it's fine to just go triple blue drill shot and then arsenal the second bite.
Okay. Do we not play the first bite?
Nah, we had to pitch that one. Because we want to shoot out 3 drill shots. Because even if they're all coming in for 2, like, they're drill shots, so...
The onslaught of drill shots.
They are blues that represent more than just 2. Like, if we're just throw out 3 drill shots and we get, like, all of his equipment here, it's decent.
Okay.
So we might, the second one here, we might just get the verses totally gone.
All the drill shots every day.
And so he has, if he wants to utilize the damage reduction from Resolve, he has to give us verses, and then he's just like gonna have no equipment for the rest of the game. Otherwise, he just has to give a card, and we're happy to take a card off of a blue. Yeah,
Well,
so
that went better than anticipated.
we just traded 3 blues for 3 cards. I'll take it.
So we flip.
Mm-hmm.
Show him a winter's bite, give him a frostbite. Then do we play the winter's bite?
Yes.
And this is just to get a card out of hand before we start doing things.
Yeah. I think we're firing hamstring and searing here.
So do we do searing first?
Hamstring first.
Okay, what's your reasoning for that?
He pitched a yellow, so he has one floating to play a D-react for a searing shot for 4. So we want searing shot to be 5 instead.
Hmm.
We're fine with that too. No, searing shot just does damage.
Got us.
I don't know why this guy presented raid instead of axe. If he was just gonna bring in the whole stack anyway. Yeah, this seems like a fine Rain Razor's turn. Let's do drill shot first.
What's your reasoning for drill shot going first?
He could be greedy with a D-react and we can drill shot the one of his equipment. Because if you play Falcon Wing first, then reasonable chance he just eats it.
Okay.
The heck, we have perch grapplers?
Yeah. I'm assuming because Taylor initially was Bolton before or at Nats was like aggro Bolton.
Rain.
Thank you. Oh, I forgot.
Okay, so now he's gonna take 7 from this Falcon Wing. Oh, right, I guess it is 6. I was thinking it was 7 for some reason.
This hand's kind of sad. So I assume.
I
Go ahead.
think we are going to... You don't want to load the Falcon Wing.
Okay, why not?
You want to arsenal it.
Okay, so we can have a 3 go again.
Yeah, there isn't a very elegant way to get some cards out of here. I think we go... No, that doesn't work either. He has 3 cards in solo. I don't think that really matters. We may just want to set up 6 cards here.
Okay. So just like Voltaire.
I think we Voltaire load Infecting Shot and then Arsenal pass.
Wait, not
Oh,
shoot it?
No, don't shoot it.
What was our reasoning for that?
He's playing to fatigue you, so we just want to set up a giant turn.
Okay, that's what I figured.
But unfortunately, we aren't drawing the gas we want yet.
You just take this, right?
Yeah.
He has to pop snaps in order to do anything, or play. Yeah, I guess Lumina gives him an action point, so that's fine. He's gonna swing 4, 8, and then whatever else he has in hand. So this is the question of, you were saying, does he do more damage than we do?
Well, he's going to be, I mean, all of your stuff blocks for 1 less effectively, so there isn't a point to blocking here.
Gotcha. And we're not gonna have any, like, relevant.
We still don't have a particularly strong turn here because we didn't draw a blue again. But so hold on. Do we want to play? Say, do we have a Falcon Wing in Arsenal or in the graveyard?
This is a codex of inertia.
I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool. So our options are trench the Falcon Wing away to be able to play Heat Seeker and Bolt and Shot, Arsenal the Death Touch. That's a 3-arrow turn. That is pretty decent. Or we have an inefficient turn of shooting 3 weaker arrows. And that boom, 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 boom. I guess. So we can either Falcon Wing, Heat Seeker, Infecting Shot, and then Arsenal Death Touch, or we can trench away the Falcon Wing and go Heat Seeker, Bolt and Shot, Infecting Shot. That one I think we want to keep the Bolt and Shot and try to set it up with the Rain Razors.
Okay.
So I think we play out Falcon Wing here and then pitch the Bolt and Shot and Codex to play out the 2 1-cost arrows. Okay, so all equipment is gone, so our Rain Razors are going to start nuking him. And he still has to give 2 cards here unless he drew another D-React. Sure.
So this is gonna be 4 go again. So we know he's presenting at least 8.
I think we're just taking this one. Because we're gonna shoot 13 back. Actually, So we just pitched a Bolton shot, so we want to pitch this Rain Razors. I forgot what was in our arsenal. Death Touch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're taking this. Well, the drill shot's not that great now. Maybe it's better to block, but if he's charged already, it doesn't matter.
So you said pitch the Rain Razors for the Falcon Wing?
I think we're playing out drill shot. And then, or no. Or do you want to do that? Yeah, we're definitely playing drill shot here. Drill shot's just an 0 for 4 at this point. And then I think we may be playing Quiver with the Codex. No, that would be bad. Yep. Maybe we just Codex here. Yeah, I think we just go Falcon Wing. No, Falcon Wing first. And then we'll go Falcon Wing, Codex, Searing Shot. Or we can put a card back in the deck and shoot the Death Touch.
Okay.
But I think we want to keep the and let's see.
You said Searing Shot?
Just trying to think. So he's not didn't block that one. I think he's going to probably want to eat some damage to try to kill you because you're at 15 here. So that would put him to 16. I think it might be more value to put in. Do we have any dupes of anything good? Not really. Let's take Endless Arrow and trench it away and fire Death Touch. And Taylor's probably going to have an aneurysm.
You said who's gonna have an aneurysm?
Taylor?
Oh, probably. Oh, this is not Taylor though. Reference.
I know.
Oh, okay, you're just saying
I
like.
was saying if Taylor was hearing my line, he'd probably just his nose would start bleeding.
Do we give him a double frailty? In case he's Lumina?
Has he blocked with any Luminas, or has he just played the one?
He's just played the one, to my knowledge.
Okay, he's at 15. He has... I don't think the frailty's not going to prevent enough damage if it's a Lumina turn. I think we probably just pox them here. Because I don't... Like, they didn't block with anything, so if it's a Lumina in Arsenal, they're probably just playing it out this turn anyway. If it's a D-React, they probably would have played it. Well, this hand's not the worst.
Just take this for.
Yeah. make them have something more. Which they probably do. Okay, so that's a pre-med. We can trench this away.
Do we just take 5 and trench it?
Thinking if we want to sting here.
'Cause he's gonna raid us with the quicken token.
Yeah, so
We'll go to 2.
let's trench this away, and then we have equipment we can use for. No,
It's-
you fool!
To do
No
it.
blocks.
It won't let me.
No, you pass blocks and reactions, so it's not gonna. You need to undo that, bud.
It's not gonna let me. Sad panda. It's okay.
Well, it's not okay because you really need that.
I know.
It's never going to hold priority in the resolution step by default, so you need to just pass blocks and trench in reactions if you're not going to do it before the attack resolves.
Sad panda. We could have loaded an arrow.
Exactly. Well, no, it's more like you just lost a premeditate for no reason.
We'll pitch the Frostlock, load the Withering Shot, right?
Uh-huh. Go again, pre-med for 8.
And then we go get a Heat Seeker?
Depends on how much he wants to commit to block.
None.
Okay, so now we go Codex. And I think we're grabbing Death Touch.
Makes sense. We're gonna give him the old triple frill too.
Because now if he's gonna have to give this 2 cards, and his arsenal card is worthless, whatever he takes. And we have an equipment suite to sit on for a little bit. He has no equipment, so we're probably going to take it from here because we still have a 3 of a kind, 2 3 of a kinds, and a 3rd Rain Razors to draw into before 2nd cycle.
So when you're keeping up with 2nd cycle, do you just assume turn number and then however many cards you're typically drawing from the turn number?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So like if you track how many cards you've pondered, then you know, like, if assuming you play 2 3 of a kinds and like ponder 3 or 4 times, Lexi hits 2nd cycle like 2.5 to 3 turns faster than the regular old stuff. We will Arsenal Heat Seeker. Cataclysm. Okay, so we will give them Bolt and Shot and Sting and Grapplers here.
It's an infecting shot.
Come on, baby, fire that thing for 1.
We give him New Horizon, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just take the 1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wanted to make sure I was on the right page.
He should be toast as soon as we draw 3 of a kind.
So we'll pitch infecting.
Drill Shot first, so that he'll only want to give 1 card to it and go to 3, and then the Searing Shot will be a very sad go to 1. Although he would probably do it that way no matter what, but And see, the value math with Lexi is usually pretty easy because you can just draw your cards and be like, yep, my hand's better than theirs.
Okay.
Guess I'll give you my cards.
Give me 2 cards.
So now you're ahead on cards in deck and life. You
Winning.
started at 70. And now you pre-med 3-0 can win.
Do we?
Hamstring and then infecting.
Okay. You don't think it's worth playing this Codex in between?
You can't, you played 3 oak.
Oh, thank you, yes.
And also he has 1 card, so he's dead.
Eat it, Bolton. Take
You
it.
did it. You beat Bolton.
I beat a Bolton and an Azuri on Lexi. Look at me go. And my value returns 11.8. Yeah.
Dang, you somehow managed to get 0.3 less value this game than the last one.
We're broken, man. Maybe Lexi is broken. Oh.
Didn't even just throw away cards by not trenching them.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't care whatsoever.
2 turns in a row without drawing a blue. Whatever.
So what you're saying is the important aspect of assuming value is actually assuming more their value than it is your value. Because you know what your value is, right?
You know what your value is. You just need to assess your value versus theirs. And
Okay.
how what they can do affects your value.
So if you're like, cool, my value is 10, and I'm going to assume my opponent's value is 12. It doesn't make sense to take the 12 and then swing back 10, is what you're saying, basically.
Or you could have like an excess blue card, like you could have 2 blue Bolton shots. The extra one is worth more blocking for 3, potentially.
Because
If you have 2 other arrows, you can already load with your other blue.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, that
And that's like blue Bolton's probably like the second worst arrow you can arsenal.
okay. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I guess the questions then come of like, when is it important to prioritize arsenaling over, life? And then I guess the secondary part of that is if you're
With
having
Lexi, you're pretty much always just gonna favor having more cards because you're like her cards are so good that you're like 95% of the time just gonna naturally win the value game.
good.
Being able to shoot 3 attacks a turn that all have obnoxious on hits is like just stronger than anything anyone else can do.
Got you. What about not necessarily tied to Lexi, but just heroes in general? I asked Taylor this question earlier, but I'm kind of curious of your viewpoint. But if my value is equal, if I decide to block and or just attack, is it better to conserve life and block, or is it better to attack?
That is somewhat dependent on life totals.
Okay, so you said earlier, like when we were higher life, that you feel like it's always better to maintain a higher life, and you have to make them work for it.
Yeah, because if you're able to just, there's no reason, I don't see a reason to go down to a life parity with them unless you are able to like shoot a ton of damage back.
Okay.
Versus why don't I just block out their entire turn, still shoot something back, gain even more life? and then just keep eking them out that way. Because I don't remember what that hand was, but it was basically the equivalent of like an Anathos for 4 is, and blocking out is better than just shooting out the 10 damage or whatever it was.
Yeah. So basically, don't get caught into the trap of like, ooh, cool, big attack. I want to do that. Sometimes it's just better to.
The one of the easiest examples of that is probably with E-Strike, where it's generally E-Strike Go Again is the worst mode on the card because it's 5 value. It's 2 cards for 5 Go Again versus you could just block with E-Strike and the card you would bottom with it for 6 instead.
Okay.
But if life totals are low, it can be worth it to take the 1 value loss to put them into, to play out like a second attack afterwards and put them into critical life that's going to force blocks for the rest of the game.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out and like kind of hone in on things to say like to bring me up to another caliber of play, but I feel like it's hard to make the best decisions when you don't necessarily know what the
you
plan
also
is.
like you don't want to make decisions just based off of what your hand is. Ideally, you want to make decisions based on what you're likely going to be drawing into. So like with Icelander, I'm not just looking at blocking 5 if I draw like 2 block ice cards and then just like shooting an attack for 7. I'm looking at how I can an arsenal that I can smoothly get rid of when I draw the cards that matter, like channel or whatnot. Like, you don't want to be caught arsenaling a mediocre card that may not be able to get an overabundance of value. Like, my example is always Ether Hail, because it's 5 damage at its face, 6 value if you include a Frostbite, which is not a very worthwhile 2-card trade unless that Frostbite is able to stop an attack and gain like 3+3 value off of it. So I don't want to spend a card on my opponent's turn for just 5/6 value. I want to be able to get a smoother card to rotate out so that I can get like way more value later on. I don't know how to smoothly explain that, but
No, that makes sense.
it's part of why my damage cards are usually end up being just Scolding and Ice Bolt, and I'll sit on my arsenal for several turns as Icelander until I can play out an attack and do one of my 2 costs plus Tunic. Or I want to get stuff out of my arsenal immediately to arsenal Cold Snap and Polar Blast, because they're like always the highest value cards to get an arsenal outside of the 2 costs with Tunic.
No, that makes sense. So, all right, Drew, I'm gonna head out of here. We played quite a few games.
The TLDR is play around your power cards, whether you've seen them or not.
Play around your power cards, whether you've seen them or not.
Which is it's the level 2 of just draw better, I guess.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, at least that does make sense. And then I guess, like, if you... That brings up another good point. Like, if you're playing Fi, for example, and Fi is like, cool, start my turn, Art of War, you just accept the fact that, like, hey, I'm probably just gonna give them my hand here to save life because whatever they're going to do is gonna be better than what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be able to. Maybe you drew a bunch of 2 blocks or something. So, like as Icelander, maybe I drew Fighting Spirit, 2 blocks, and like a 3-block blue. It maybe I'm just going to, are my options going to be like, and I have like a mediocre arsenal. Don't have a reason to play out here. So am I just blocking 9 plus the life gain from Spirit for 10 value, or am I blocking 5, hopefully blocking like a Soaring Strike or something or whatever the +1 banish is?
Yeah. Rising Resentment or something like that.
Yeah, am I just gonna block 3 and play out an arsenal but then I wouldn't have an arsenal myself? Like,
Yeah, because see, like,
with a hand like that, if you block 5 and then shoot Spirit for 8, you got 13 out of that cycle versus just blocking out for 9 plus 1 life gain for 10 value.
yeah, and so like I feel like that playing the numbers is the best cycle, but then I don't know if always it's best to get the maximum value. Like
I mean, that's where it's contextual on what attacks they actually play out. Like maybe they have Mounting Anger and Snatch on their Art of War turn, and they're both 5 breakpoints when you do garbage. So maybe if you have Iron Rot, you're fine. If you have Iron Hide, it could be a little harder.
Okay.
Or maybe you're gonna give a Hide, play out your arsenal with the floating resources to like block a 5 and then whatnot, and then you can peek instead of blocking with a card to make their next turn slightly worse, and then like Arsenal a Spirit. Or
Okay.
It's very contextual on what attacks they actually play out.
Now, I suppose it probably doesn't really matter. I got 2 more questions for you, though, if you don't mind. One is, when you describe, like, 4-card 13 or whatever, we're assuming that cards that I pitch and cards that I play, correct?
Yes, that's why Wounded Bull is a 2-card 8.
A 2-card 8.
And why Blue Ice Vein is... That's why I say Blue Ice Vein is a 2-card 6, because you're pitching a card, it's presenting 3 damage, and it's going to take a card out of their hand.
And so, then theoretically...
a random card, I just place at 3 value.
So then it's going to theoretically always be... We're looking for 2 cards 6+, right? Anything less than 2 cards 6 is just a bad trade.
Well, you want your card. You want to try to get more than 3 value out of your cards in the ideal world.
Okay.
That's why 0 for 4 Cheerios was nice. That's why 2-card 8s are good, because that means each card presented 4 value technically, even if it was just 1 card swinging for 8. Both cards together made it 4.
Yeah. You see, like, that's where I feel like going to, say, like, playing Azalea, I feel like it's really difficult for me to wrap around my hand, because typically it's always better for you not to block unless you just have, like, an extra arrow that you can't do. But if you're blocking with a buff, you're always losing value. Right? Because they're immune to 2 blocks, so...
It depends. If you like have a crippling on-hit attack like red, like undominated, you may not want it. You can probably get rid of something like a Deadeye sometimes just to save some life, because like depends on how much armor they have and whatnot, but you can just assume that Red in the Ledger undominated is not going to be really doing damage. You're going to be taking their turn either way, because even 1 pump is going to be... It depends on the equipment status for red, I guess. If you want to keep 2 buffs, if they have a bunch of fresh equipment, if their equipment's starting to wear down, you can fire it for 8 instead. Like, because otherwise, like, a red for 8 is 2 cards and grapplers or furnace or scales and breeze rider, what have you.
Okay.
If there's less equipment, then the 8 becomes a lot more threatening. So, and that's like, again, something you can kind of play around. Like, if you see your reds early, you may not want to just arsenal or fire them. You may want to just pitch them so that you can knock them later, which is what I ideally like to do.
Okay.
Which is why I get salty when I play Azalea and I see all 3 reds in the first 9 cards, and I just assume I've lost the game because of that.
Yeah, no, I understand. So, okay, no, that's good. And then my second question to you is, like, when we're value assuming my hand and their hand, are we taking any equity associated to, like, the disparity of what they're going to block? Or are we just assuming that, cool, if I do this, it takes damage out of your hand? So let's say if I'm like, cool, I can present 14, and I know he's presented 12, so I theoretically should gain, 2 points of tempo or momentum or whatever. Like, he should lose 2 points of life. But if he blocks 6, then now I'm losing. Does that make sense?
Huh.
So let's say that you are playing somebody, they present you like 14 damage, and you look at your hand, and you're like, cool, you know what? I can present 16 damage. My 16 is greater than your 14. I'm just going to take it. So you decide to take it, and then you present your 16, and they're like, haha, I'm going to block 6. So you only present 10. So now you actually presented less than what they did. Do you ever consider that? Like, do you ever think about, does that ever go into association of?
Well, that's like a new turn cycle for them. So they're looking at their new hand and thinking of how much value they can get out of their new hand, which is, like, if they do 14, you present 16, you're still outvaluing them that turn cycle, because value isn't just damage, it's also blocking power. So maybe they drew a hand where their best value, either because they drew like all reds or whatever, it's probably going to be something like they just want to block 9 and swing hammer for 4 or something, so that they get 13 value out of their bad cards, because they can't present something with a meaningful on hit or to increase their value or anything like that. The cards that they're blocking with does not affect your value assessment for your current hand. That's a new turn cycle for them.
Okay, that makes sense. So because
So it would be like they present 14, you present 16 back. Now their counter is set back to 0 when you shoot 16. So they block 6. Their value for this cycle is 6. You draw up a new hand, and then whatever they have left with their 2 or 3 cards, if they have an arsenal, you add to the 6 to determine what their value for the turn cycle was.
okay,
So if they block 6 and then hammer for 6, then they had a 12 value, and it would have been better. It would have been better to just block 9 and then hammer for 4 in a case like that. And then you are again looking at your hand at this point and going, can I even play, like, can I play all of my cards? If not, I can block. Because, like, there are cases with Azalea, maybe you draw, like, a lot of the time, you have a card you can pitch, but then you also have a Deadeye, but you don't have the resources to play the Deadeye, so you can just block with the Deadeye.
and get the 3 points of value that way. I'm intrigued that this is series only running 60 cards. I feel like they would run more. Isn't Azuri trying to fatigue Lexi? Maybe not
They
this.
generally, they probably are usually running like 64-ish.
Not this Azuri. He's coming ham.
This is probably red line. If they have rabble.
So, with you knowing that this is red line, because they have rabble, this is just going to tell you this is basically going to be an aggro matchup, I assume.
I mean, they don't play like super differently. It's just they are probably playing some worse cards and have some hands that will block worse. So like your game plan is going to be the same into either of them. But this hand sucks.
Yeah, it does. I assume I'm going to Endless Arrow, into Endless Arrow, and then...
No, I think you're just going to fire Battering Bolt for 7.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely red line. They have Crown instead of Mask for some reason. They don't know that Mask is gas. What the heck is happening? Alright, well now you're definitely firing Battering Bolt, unless they have a sink.
Okay.
It's, like, you can generally just assume that Azuri is going to have a card that's going to threaten your arsenal, so you may as well just take your 7 and draw a better hand next time. Because you will. And now they're like, dang it, I already used my sink below.
Zero's so big. Like, I mean, on the image wise. Ah, he's like, I'm not concerned, I have 2 sink belows.
Okay.
You just take this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine then our best opportunity is going to be
Let's do Bolt and Shot for 4 and then see how they look.
pitching the winner's bite.
No, pitch Searing.
So why not pitch the winner's bite?
Because now we wanted to see if they were going to give us 2 cards or a D-React, so now we have the choice of, do we want a Winner's Bite, get a card out of their hand, and then shoot an Infecting Shot for 4, and see if they Lux Act another D-React, or we can see if they just want to take 3 and arsenal the Winner's Bite for a later turn. But we probably want to fire off the Winner's Bite now, because they're going to have Tunic coming up.
Understand.
But at the same time, maybe it's worse to do that against Redline, because the Frostbite could probably really screw them. So let's see. What did this guy block with? He blocked with a Nimblism and something else.
A humble.
Yeah, so like he probably has. So he was Isolate heavy, and his Nimblism did nothing. So even though it blocks for 2, he couldn't do anything with it. So it was probably in his best interest to block like that. I'm guessing this is a shakedown. If this is shakedown, we can probably just load some arrows and move on with life. So let's see what he has. Okay. Well, we have 2 breakpoints just for him. Inertia, why?
He didn't want us to have an arsenal, sir.
But
I agree.
frailty is so much more damage. We want to do withering first.
We're just doing withering first because it's the most irrelevant, correct?
It's irrelevant, and this list of his version of Azuri is going to have more 2 blocks, so it becoming 6 can potentially be more relevant.
Okay. Now, because he took that, does it change our plan any? Do we want to hold
Nope,
the...
we
Okay.
have inertia. We're just shooting for 6.
That's right. If we didn't have inertia, would we contemplate doing something different?
Probably not. Like, we're still shooting 6, threatening 8.
Okay.
And, like, you can probably, when you have a mediocre on hit like frailty here, you can assume they're gonna give you cards anyway because they're just sitting there waiting for a more potent on hit. So they will give you 2 cards like no matter what there. Oh no, my hero ability.
Oof.
All right, we need to think about what we want to do here.
Yeah, so is it better to get the card out of the hand with frailty?
We're probably going to bolt and shot for 5. Just see if they want to give us 2 cards or equipment. And then we think about if we want to quiver which codex we actually want to play and which one we want to quiver with. Okay. What do they have in graveyard currently?
Humbles, leave no witness.
They have a leave no witnesses and a death touch with tunic up. So I think we want to inertia here. So we want to once they crown. I think we want to quiver the codex away, or the frailty away. And then we'll play the... Okay, so now we'll play inertia.
You did that because we didn't want to get Tunic Death Touch for 5, right?
What do we hit? Pre-med. Sweet. We'll take that. Shoot the pre-med. You can't flip with Lexi or anything, so just shoot drill shot for 7.
We're doing this because we have a Ponder to replace the card at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get double Ponder now. Broken.
Yeah, if we had hit like if we had hit an arrow, a 1-cost arrow there, we could have gone snaps into drill shot and just had a pretty decent turn. If it was like a really bad card, we could just trench it away and just shoot the drill shot and ponder something new. Okay, so now they have Tunic. You fool. You know they just blocked with that.
Oh, I didn't know they blocked with it. My bad.
If only you could see what they block with in the center of the screen.
If only I was paying attention.
We are snow drill shot.
His blue Bolton shot's bad.
Yeah. Unless you think you're gonna draw a drill shot soon. Okay. We just arsenal drill shot.
So using your logic earlier, we're not gonna stop this on hit, so we might as well just say, cool. Let's take it.
Yeah.
Shake
Okay.
down.
So that's fine.
It chose red. They only got our death touch. Haha.
We probably could have trenched there to like load the red with Voltaire.
We can't. It was a death touch, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I guess you could have just like randomly pitched it to Voltaire so that it didn't get banished, because they're probably not going to name blue anyway.
Okay.
And then you could have kept Death Touch in deck.
Now we can play it from the banish, though.
But this is a fairly mediocre turn. I think we just want to shoot Infecting for 4 and an Arsenal Bite. And Infecting for 4 would look a lot better if that Tunic had a counter on it. But okay.
You know what? Now he has to think about if he wants to waste that tunic counter. Haha. Joke's on you, sir.
Yeah, we may as well hold on to this drill shot because we want Infecting Shot to be a break point, because that had to be a bad mediocre block for them. And now if we draw Rain Razors here, we have 3 arrows with a Frostbite and Winter's Bite and whatnot. So hope they have a good one here. Although we didn't really draw a good hand either.
What happens if he CNCs us? Do we cry?
You trench.
Oh, wait, he didn't even activate. Okay.
So flip Lexi, see if they activate Tunic.
Nope.
They don't. Cool. I'll take a card, please.
So now we play the Winter's Bite?
Yep.
Because they can't activate Tunic. Haha.
Okay, so this hand sucks. What do we have in graveyard right now?
Battering bolt. That's clearly the answer.
Okay. We are probably just going to pitch Remembrance to Searing and then pre-med it for 5 and then just fire the drill shot. This hand kinda sucks.
So
I just
we're saving them.
just be cashing in Rain Razors here.
I was gonna say, or would we save
at
it
least
for
gets
a 3
it
card?
at least gets 4 value out of it still.
Plus, we get to put a counter on Tunic with our drill shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we just need a Razors here. Get 4.
God dang it! I always think that it's like passing from the defense to defense triggers. That's clearly not. It's passing from defense to
Yeah, we just want
reactions.
to Rain Razors here, get our 4 value, and hit life parity.
Now, if we didn't have the inertia, would we want to save the Rain Razors?
Probably not. I was not even thinking of the inertia anyway. It's just we're gonna have a ponder off of it anyway. I guess if we were just thinking of Ponder, then it would be fine. I like how the guy changes blocks after you undid it.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm gonna ponder a card after this inertia resolves and move on with my life.
Exactly. Got him.
Ugh, it's so late.
Do we want to trench this since it's not going to do anything?
It could do something.
I mean, it's not going to do anything to him, but yeah.
I mean, we'll see if we want to play it or not. Let's
So-
just flip it and play Endless and see what they want to do.
Pitching the other codex.
Yeah. Because, like, we can just sit on this and play it out. Like, we're still going to get rid of the card they have in Arsenal whenever we do play it.
I got you. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, now we can just play, I think we go Heat Seeker Go again here and pitch the
Falcon Wing.
No, I think we want to pitch the Endless.
He really likes his hand.
Alright, so Heat Seeker's on, so let's just play out the inertia here. We can discard Falcon Wing, whatever. And then, okay, that's cool. And now we have a double Arsenal. Shoot it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, okay, I thought you were saying not to shoot it, my bad. I was really confused.
No, you can't, you have to shoot or trench away whatever you did here anyway to get your double Arsenal.
Yeah.
Isolate. I think we are blocking with Hamstring here.
It's just because we can't play it.
Yeah. Because, like, if any disruption they have here shouldn't really affect us. Because, like, I forgot what card we have there, Bolton Shot, right? So, yeah, so either decision they make here is probably a pain.
Do we do anything before the surgical?
No, they're going to take 3 Oak. Unless you want to pitch the 3 Oak away.
I didn't know if you wanted to trench the Bolton Shot and then play 3 Oak.
You can't play 3 Oak on their turn.
Damn, broken. Look at me cheat.
Now we just trench the Bolton away, I guess.
God dang it. Alright, we're gonna...
No, we don't need a load, because we can just load on our turn and...
Dang it.
Well, actually, we have... No, we won't have a resource for infecting, so... they're gonna have an arsenal... Is this the first codex we're playing? Have we had any banished?
No, this is the first Codex of Frailty we were playing. We played a Codex of Inertia earlier, too.
Okay, so let's load infecting here, and then we'll codex a 0 cost.
They did not Arsenal for some reason.
They probably want to fish up like a CNC or something with the thing.
So we get a searing shot, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to trench the searing shot to shoot infecting shot or no?
No. Well, let's see. They do take CNC, so I think now. Yeah, we'll let's trench and shoot the infecting shot this time. And then we can trench away the whatever we ponder.
Yeah.
Or we'll draw 3 oak and we'll just block it out. I don't know. I feel like they should have just taken leave no witnesses, but.
So we just trench.
Yeah, we'll take 4 here. We can shoot out we have a 3 arrow turn. If we remember to load with Voltaire after the CNC hits.
We load drill shot.
Load drill shot. Actually, no, too late now. Go withering shot first, and then Bolton shot second.
Okay. What's your reasoning behind that?
Frailty trap. Go again.
Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. I was like, wait a second, something's not right.
Going to 1. Bold.
I'll put a counter on this tunic.
Mm-hmm. Could be 3 counters.
Could be.
Alright, so we can block with a Heat Seeker and a Hornet Sting and potentially just kill them.
Bam.
We did
Got him.
it.
Yeah, we're so good. We beat 2 Azuris.
Imagine going to 1 with a Hornet Sting up.
Seems bad. And we still only got 10.4 value.
Well, your value is always going to be lower against Azuri.
It's understandable. Alright, Drew. Well, I wasn't going to play another one, but then talking to you made me excited, so I played another one.
Well, I'm going to go to bed because
Me
it's 3
too.
hours past my bedtime.
Understand that. Thanks for the game, sir. You have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you soon.
You too. See you.
Adios, sir. Alright guys, that is going to be me calling it for the night. We went a little longer than what we typically do, but hopefully you guys got to see some interesting things and get some lessons learned from Drew, who truly is a really, really good Flesh and Blood player. But yeah, no, hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope to see you guys again soon, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Take care.